Well, golly gee willikers, chat. I can't believe it. We got done get a friend of ours to subscribe for one whole William years. Hooray! Hooray huzzah! I don't have much more for this bit, but what I do have is 3 reprobates from the wrong side of the tracks. Say hello, reprobates.
She'll call us
Hello.
anything. She'll really call us anything.
I
Hey,
like
I'll never
reprobates.
call you late to dinner.
What the?
Hearing a very distant ha. Anyways, hi folks, it's me, it's them, it's Sunday. It's time for more XxXBekyXXX. That's right, a whole 6 X's. Cause we're hardcore and luciferic. That's a word people use. It's Vampire the Masquerade Coteries of New York. Fuck you, Kessel. I remembered to update the screen capture software before stream
Whoa.
started. Go fuck yourself, Kessel.
Proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of you.
I know. I'm so good at streaming. I'm so good at video game playing. Kessel isn't here. I'm just like, if Kessel watches the VOD or something. Kessel got on my ass. I think it was before the Dogapon stream yesterday, where I was like, I can't wait for the part where April forgets to update the thing from Vampire the Masquerade to Dogapon Kingdom. And I'm like, I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking shoot you to death with a gun.
Reported in this chat right now for threats of violence.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
Shut down this freaking stream.
This is not a democracy. This is not a place where the rule of law applies. This is a hereditary monarchy, and I'm the Habsburg queen.
Inbred?
It's...
You got a disgusting, horrible jawline? And like
Sophie requests
thinness
your
of the
presence
blood?
tonight, and it seems urgent. You find they're already waiting for you and clearly pondering something. It takes a few minutes of awkward silence before she speaks.
I require your assistance, XxXBekyXxX. There is a matter of great importance that I need to ask you to resolve for me. You will find what I'm about to say surprising, I'm sure, but I need you to hear me out. I need you to contact an important Anarch figure in NYC and arrange a meeting for us.
That meeting... It's a trap, right? You need me to set it up so that you can deal a blow to him?
No, not immediately anyway. I intend to meet with them in good faith. I realize how ridiculous that may sound to you. You will find that with this, as with many other things, the Camaria's policies have more than their share of hypocrisy inherent in them. It comes hand in hand with using medieval power structures. What we are forbidden to do, the prince may do willingly. Some of these things can be done in the open, while others are kept secret as to not invite discord and discontent. I need to contact a man named Torque. He is an influential member of the movement, and, like most of them, very suspicious of the Camarilla. That's why I'm sending you to extend my invitation.
What are you scheming, Sophie? Say I arrange this meeting. What next?
I have something to offer Torque. A chance to set things straight, both for the Anarchs and for us. Especially for us. From my limited sources adjacent to the movement, I've gathered that your best chance to speak to Torque is to first meet with his right-hand woman, Mia. She's a regular at a club called the Leech Pit. I think it would be best if you presented yourself as an Anarch hopeful, a fledgling looking for a place of belonging. Only after you talk to Torque directly should you mention my name and the meeting.
I don't think that's the right approach. Lying to them won't make them trust me. When they find out the truth, they won't be happy or eager to work with us.
That might be true, but if you tell Mia outright that I sent you, she is likely to cut you off. She hates our sect, and it will be difficult to make her listen to reason. After tonight, I suggest that we do not speak of this again until you arrange the meeting. There are many who would jump at the chance to use this against us. With Kaiser, you have proven you can get the job done, even if it requires additional legwork. I trust you to deal with this task as quickly and covertly as possible. Forgive me, but that's all the time I can spare tonight. What I'm asking of you is just part of a bigger whole. Trust me, it will all be worth it.
It better be worth it. I'm the one risking my neck for some kind of convoluted conspiracy.
When I meet with Torque, you will be there, and much will be revealed. I think that when you hear our discussion, you will be glad you helped me set it up. Check with Gregory for the address of the leech pit. Have Mia introduce you to Torque. When she does, tell him I wish to meet. Let him pick the time and place, but let it be soon. If he proves too guarded, tell him I have something that will help him gather allies against Boss Callahan. That should pique his interest. Good luck. And obviously, not a word about this to anyone else. Not even any new friends you might have made in recent nights. This stays between us.
The way she says that final sentence suggests a not-so-veiled threat, but her warm smile belies that impression. You want her to keep trusting you. You wouldn't want to disappoint her. Gregory gives you the address. The club is in Brooklyn. Apparently, it's some kind of heavy metal bar with a dedicated concert space. Time to pay Mia a visit. The place is teeming with people tonight. I do not like how they move in the background. It's deeply upsetting. Those are shadow
gross.
people.
They're having a
don't
great
like it.
time.
Those are shadow people on the wall. Those are the
They're
bugs in
hanging
my
out.
skin. I don't like it.
What's wrong with
Why
that?
are there other people, like, you can see the faces of other people staring at us. They're, like, too defined. I don't like it.
Just don't look at them, okay? They're the ones looking at you.
This is almost as bad as when I saw a face in the New York City skyline. The place is teeming with people tonight. You arrive in the middle of a concert. The music is loud, almost deafening, and it takes you a while to get used to it. This is not your scene at all. You can barely focus through the noise, but you grit your teeth and decide to bear it. The sooner you find Mia, the sooner you get out of this hole. A group of a few dozen patrons are tightly packed together, and the smell of their sweat and youthful, excited blood overwhelms you momentarily. It's with some difficulty that you turn to the task at hand. You've heard your share about the Anarchs and how they fit into kindred politics, but you only have your short encounter in Corona Park on which to base your actual opinion of the faction. That might have just been a horrible first impression, but you're keeping your guard up just in case. First things first, the atmosphere of this place is distracting you, with the beast nagging to be fed. If you're to put your best foot forward, you best get that need out of the way temporarily. The place brims with opportunities. You decide it might be easiest to just grab a somewhat drunk concert goer that strikes you fancy, and see whether they'd be willing to indulge you. Sure enough, you chat up a tipsy patron and hit it off quick, augmenting your charm with the power of your blood in the interest of time. You don't catch a name. She's been waiting for a boyfriend, but he hasn't shown. She was pretty much ready to dump him anyway, so hey, here's to new beginnings. Another vodka shot disappears down her throat. She kisses you on the mouth. It's super sloppy and the alcohol in her breath is overbearing. You take your chance in kissing her, then bite down. Yeah, her evening's drinking definitely colors the way her blood tastes. Alcohol and melancholy. Not a combo you're unfamiliar with. Somebody smacks you on the head and rips you off the girl just as you lick the wounds closed. He throws you to the ground. Uh-oh. It's the boyfriend. The argument they get into as your victim seemingly immediately sobers up gives you the chance to mix in with the dispersing crowd. The concert's over. A hand on your shoulder, you intensively tense up and prepare to dodge a punch. Instead, you come face to face with a lanky woman in a jacket 2 sizes too big for her frame. So, I'm assuming this is Mia, Will?
Mm-hmm.
So, how prominent is Mia versus, already forgetting his name.
Torque. Torque is the more prominent, though Mia does show up as his, like, number 2.
'Cause
Like,
I'm
pretty consistently.
I'm thinking we give Lauren Torque since Lauren no longer has a, like, main coterie member. So,
Sure.
we're going to dive into Hope after this chunk of game. So, Will, let's have you be Mia.
Okay.
I'll do my. Hold on, let me slip into the New York.
Also-
because she's very much.
There's still the fucking music in the background from when we were in Sophie's house. I don't know if you can fucking hear it. It just occasionally goes dong,
Yeah.
dong. And it's very disorienting.
Anyway. Follow me behind the bar, Lick. I got a few questions, and you'd better give me snappy answers if you know what's good for you.
She leads you through the bar to a back door that leads into a side room. Indie metal band posters are plastered on every wall, some of them 20 or more years old, judging from the tour dates. An old sticky table and some rickety chairs are the only pieces of furniture here.
Sit down.
Sure. You take a seat as the woman leans against one of the walls.
Name's Mia. I'm guessing your visit here isn't a happy coincidence. I don't know you. So you're either new in New York or kept an outstandingly low profile. Both sound suspect. So, before we take these pleasantries further, answer me this. Who do you run with?
Said not to mention Sophie, but I don't know. I feel like I should be frank. I feel like Becky's smart. And I feel like if we say we're independent... okay. Okay, Maria, I guess. But I'm looking to switch.
Is that so?
She looks you up and down. It's hard to read her.
Okay. Sure, I'll bite. But let's get one thing out of the way.
She leans in.
If this is some clever ploy to oust me from my domain, or if you're just here to spy on me in the movement, I'll make sure that you don't enjoy undeath much longer. Got it?
You can tell it's a purely rhetorical question.
Right. Here's the pitch. The Camarilla likes to think they're the vanilla option, what with Prince Bitch Panhard pretending that they were always in charge. But New York has never been a fully cammy city. They might have won the city in '99, but cams have had their asses handed to them many times over the years, and the movement has been here at least as long as they have. Hell, I moved to NYC before World War II, and that was a good while after I saw the Camarilla for what they are, a way to keep us all subservient and in line.
Oh, she's old as fuck.
The Ivory Tower will tell you they're the only safeguard for the traditions, and that's kind of the problem. There's only one tradition we in the movement feel should be respected. The masquerade, obviously. Everything else? Ask the prince and she'll tell you it's the logical continuation of the masquerade, but really, it's just a way to keep the elders powerful and in control.
She grimaces.
But here's the thing. For all the talk of us bloodsuckers being solitary creatures, we need a community to keep up the masquerade. Community, yes. But authority? Not so much. We need a council of peers to keep the assholes and power-drunk fledglings in check, but not a feudal prince to tell you where to feed or who to hunt down when they step on her toes.
She takes a brief break from her indignant rant. Sounds too good to be true. Mia bares her teeth in a predatory smile.
You better believe it. Sure, we still have to struggle with the urges of our kind, but it's safer and more fair. We're as free as our condition permits, but unlike... Oh. That's a fun word.
Autarchus?
But unlike Autarchus... But unlike Autarchus, we don't stand alone.
I'll be real, Will. That's a dictionary word I've never seen before.
Normally, a guy by the name of Callahan's been overseeing the movement's agenda in NYC for the past few decades. Most follow his lead.
You make it sound like it's most. But not you?
Yeah, not me. If you're concerned about being well received in this city, you might need to go through Callahan. But if you're serious about the Anarch cause itself, he's not your guy. Callahan eats up fledglings like you and shits out self-preservation. His position as Baron is mighty shaky now. Not least due to the fact that he's backstabbed more than his share of allies. So, he's doing what any other old fart in a position of power would do. He's doubling down. Negotiations are out, intimidation is in. Tightening ranks as a precaution against the Second Inquisition.
She surprises you by hacking and spitting on the ground in disgust.
If you've spent some time with the Cams, that should sound very familiar to you. He's no better than Panard or cronies are at this point. No. You need to contact Torque. And wouldn't you know it, it's your lucky night. Because I'm the lick to do it. Because I'm the lick to do it through.
How's he different from Callahan?
Motherfucker, you're really asking for it, aren't you?
It was an honest question. I'm just a little stupid. Harenga flares up again.
I'll pretend that was just a naive question and not a half-assed jab.
It was.
Torque is a leader. A local baron who's overseeing a small domain, but doing a very good job of it. Callahan knows this, so he's giving him shit. Torque is taking it like a champ. He's smart like that. For one of us rebels, he's got the patience of a saint. Makes you think back to how things used to be way back when, if the stories are to be believed. Anyway, you want to meet him? I'm going to require a show of goodwill first.
That's fair. What do you have in mind? She flashes you a mischievous half smile.
I appreciate your readiness, but I don't have the details just now. Ask for me at the bar when you're able. I'll leave something for you and we'll take it from there. Now come on, I gotta go.
She walks you out of the bar, and as you go your separate way, you go your separate ways. Seems like there's nothing more to do than return here later and see if Mia can really help you contact Torque. The end of hope. Double spiral. Also, damn it, we didn't get Torque.
Nope.
My mistake. I don't know why I said my mistake. That's not a thing that happened. We're just playing along with the story here. We're playing along with the story here. Anyway, it's time for the double spiral. You and Hope set out to destroy Cara Montgomery's company from within. Hope's poorly scribbled message reaches you in New Haven. Within an unmarked envelope, you find a barely legible address you're supposed to reach, and the hour you're expected to arrive there. This is it then, the night of the final showdown. And I'm yawning through it. You check the clock. There's way more than enough time to comfortably reach your destination, but you decide to take a drive earlier just in case. The ride is uneventful, but becomes more and more tense as it goes on. The gravity of the situation starts getting to you. You're about to set out on an operation against a key New York City figure, well connected with both human and vampire elites. What if her security overwhelms you? How will the council react to your raid? You can only trust that Hope has thought it all through. She doesn't seem like the type who'd attempt a suicide mission. Which isn't something you typically say about a person who regularly inflicts violence on himself in front of the camera. When you arrive at your destination, you find yourself in front of a building with a double spiral logo on it. This must be the Montgomery headquarters then. You look around the street and notice an obnoxiously lavender Mazda car parked nearby. Even though you've never seen it before, you might have an idea as to who it belongs to. You park your own car at a distance from the double spiral building and approach the Mazda. A familiar figure is behind the wheel, holding a smartphone in her hand. You knock on the window. She opens a window without turning her eyes from the device.
Wow, you're early.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening for a glorious day.
She lets a dead silence linger in the air for about 10 seconds. Then she stops typing, diverts her eyes from the screen, giving you a melancholic stare, and winks. Oh no, did we lose her? Wife? She might
bring her back.
Back now.
She's back.
Who?
It's so funny because it'll just be like little breakouts, but like not that far apart. So I'm like, oh, okay, we're keeping up, and then suddenly, oh, we're like a whole text box ahead. Psych!
God damn it.
Come on, what's with that face? I suffer from too much FOMO to let myself die. I've got accounts to run, notifications to check. Plus, no way in hell I'd allow Montgomery the satisfaction of a draw. We're going there to secure a flawless victory. No time to wait. Let's go.
She gets out of the car and motions for you to walk with her.
Anywho, glad you managed to make sense of my ugly scribbles. I totally forgot how exhausting it is to write stuff by hand.
Real shit, real shit, real shit.
Still not as exhausting as having to deliver messages personally to someone's door. Next time you meet Langley, ask her to get you a flip phone or something, okay?
You reach the front of the building.
We're about to burn the shithole down to the ground.
Burn it down with Kara still in it?
No, she's out at the moment, trying to sell services she won't be able to offer. You see, our job is easy. We need to get in, destroy the server containing all the double spiral research, and walk out. No spectacle, no dramatic showdowns. Now, I know exactly what you're going to say.
But wait, Hope, if this data is so...
If this data is so priceless, shouldn't she have external backups? Is Kara a complete dunce? Excellent question, my neonate friend. The answer is yes, she's a dunce. Aside from her numerous negative qualities, she also has a positive one. She's totally paranoid. I could feel that it broke up a little. She used to be a naive dumbass who wouldn't even cover up her laptop camera. But she lost trust in all external companies after a little cyber espionage incident.
Oh, it's got you real lagged out.
She's obsessed with not uploading her precious data anywhere online. Now she only has one physical backup, hidden deeper inside the headquarters. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's still lingering
Nobody
on
has
it.
any idea of where it might be.
Oh, did that work? Hello?
I mean, it boosted forward, but I think it was... Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You haven't been responding to me making noises,
Yes?
so I was making sure. It seemed like you were like really lagged behind, so I tried to clear that text box early to see if maybe...
No, don't clear the text box early.
I'm sorry. Maybe exit the call and hop back in?
It's back up to full bars. It's just gonna
Okay.
keep dipping.
Okay. In that
I can
case,
swap to my computer as opposed to the laptop.
potentially. We can do that once we're, like, done with this.
Okay.
Or if you want to, like, get it set up. I don't know how long it would take you to swap.
Not long, but it's fine. Normally, I'd never be able to reach the place. Double Spiral is like an underground base. The walls and doors are reinforced, both against the living and the dead. But the answer to this problem is simple. We only need Kara to lend us her voice so that we can override all the security measures and get to the heart of the facility. What do you say, Kara? Will you help your girl out for the old time's sake?
Hope quickly writes something down on her phone. A few seconds later, a nearly perfect imitation of Kara Montgomery's voice escapes his speaker. Lauren, I guess, do you want to be the bad Kara voice?
Oh my god. You know it! Let's bust this bitch open!
Wow, the sound quality is incredible, and the voice sounds only the tiniest bit off. Whatever she paid for that tech, it was worth it.
Oh, and if you're afraid of consequences from the Camarilla, don't be. I'm assuming full responsibility and my ass is covered. I've got some favors to collect and to offer. Besides, Kara's a goddamn snake and everyone knows it. No important player will miss her influence. They were only tolerating her in case she hit it big with her tech.
It's all about cash in abundance. Life's a bitch, and then you die!
Some parts sound a tiny bit too robotic. Could there be a pattern here?
Too bad she won't ever get the chance to succeed. So without further ado, shall we?
Hope starts marching towards the revolving door. You close your eyes, make an effort to sharpen your senses, and follow the Malkavian into the lobby of the double spiral building. There's a sole security guard at the entrance. He raises his voice to ask you about your business, but is stopped short by Hope's commanding voice.
No need. We are expected.
The man looks lost and disoriented for a moment. Then the gears in his head slowly begin to turn, and he nods his head, silently opening a gate leading to the elevators. Hope heads into one of them, and you follow. She presses a button and the car starts heading towards the lowest floors. Eventually, the door opens.
Welcome to Kara Montgomery's Deadly Dungeons XxXBekyXxX.
What appears before your eyes are the dimly lit corridors of an IT office, empty and silent. The air is stiff and dusty, and there's a sharp, rotten stench in the air that you are unable to identify. And yes, we did say air twice in one sentence, and it sure does feel clunky. The menacing atmosphere makes it hard to recognize at first, but this looks like an active workplace. It really is a dungeon, although a corporate one where people are cheated of life. Less than a moment ago, you were stuck in a similar workplace, blissfully unaware that you were headed for death, but your office kept up appearances at least.
Let's just get to the first door and test my little Kara out.
You follow her until you reach the end of the corridor. There you encounter an expensive-looking reinforced door with voice controls on the side. Hope pushes a button. A robotic voice comes out of the speaker. Yeah.
Semiotics.
I think it's you.
Seriously? Come on.
Hope types the word into her phone and lets virtual Kara repeat the password.
Semiotics.
A sound rings out, reminiscent of cues that TV quiz shows use to let the contestants know he gave a wrong answer. Verification error. I now understand that the speaker here is like the door speaker.
The speaker next to the door, yeah.
Yeah. Verification error. Please try again. You give Hope a nervous look. She bites her lip and presses the button again. Hyper real. Tap, 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 tap.
Hyper real.
Access granted. The door slowly opens. You notice your companion is wearing a sour expression.
Looks like the tech isn't quite perfect. At least the passwords seem randomized, so we can try and brute force our way in. Unless the system locks us out after a few failed attempts.
She shakes her head and turns to you, her lips attempting to approximate a sincere smile.
Well, we can only hope that the data you've collected is enough. Into the beast small we go.
Captain ACAB. She marches into the room and you walk in right after her. The door is locked behind you with a loud thud. It's a wide open office. It would be murky as the corridor if you just left if it weren't for the rows of monitors illuminating the space. A shadowy figure stares at every screen in the room. Kara's voice plays from Hope's speaker.
Behold, this is where the magic happens. A family of driven folks hungry for success, always taking the bull by the horns, performing a high-performance culture. Together.
None of the figures raise their heads. They're too busy programming, organizing spreadsheets and typing in endless strings of text. What's wrong with these guys?
Don't worry. They're likely just a bunch of ghouls and whatnot. Hardworking, conditioned, tireless, low maintenance, kinda dumb, perfect workers. Probably won't leave their seats unless we make them, but let's not. We've got more important things to do, like destroying a few years' worth of their work.
The figures don't stop pounding away on their keyboards. In fact, they don't react to our words at all.
Alrighty, so do we go straight to the server room, or do you want to check one of the side rooms first? Your call. I'd prefer to wrap things up here as fast as possible, but hey, little Kara here will help us thanks to the data we've gathered.
You betcha!
If you think you could use her voice for something useful, hey, feel free to do it.
You look around and think how to respond. Actually, let's try this door. You approach a door with a huge sign saying staff only. Next to you, you spot familiar voice controls. Hope nods at you and pushes the button. Vaudeville. Hope taps on the screen of her phone a few times and puts the speaker next to the door's microphone.
Body bill!
Verification error. Access denied. You push the button again. Vaudeville.
Looks like this one doesn't have a randomizer built in. Won't do us any good to just keep trying. The Capitol wins once again. Let's move on, comrade.
Okay. For a second, you wonder if there's anything you could have done to succeed here. Then you shrug your shoulders and follow Hope out of the room. It's like, hey, dumbass. Hey, fucking idiot baby moron. You remember how you could have, coerced Hope better?
There is a way to do it, actually. And it's entirely based on the dialogue choices in the previous Kara section.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm realizing
Had
I
to
probably...
make her say the right words.
Because at the end, she Hope specifically mentioned, if you could get the T's down, right?
Yeah, and she did also ask. She also asked for V's specifically at one point.
I recall, and I think there was another one. So I guess I might have gotten one, but not the other, or I fucked up real bad. Another depressing corridor, reeking of who knows what. You expect Hope to walk to the very end again, but this time she stops halfway and starts mumbling under her breath.
Wait, was it this door, or... Don't tell me she moved things around.
It looks like she's been here before. Not a surprise in itself, but she gives off an impression of a person who used to know the entire layout of the building very well. After a brief reflection, Hope approaches a door a few feet away and pushes the button next to it. Apocalypse. Well, that's cheery.
Ellipse.
Access granted. You walk inside. At first glance, this office looks very similar to the last one you entered. Rows of screens and rows of listless silhouettes in front of them. However, Hope quickly spots a difference.
Target confirmed. Moving to data room.
There's a room with endless machines at the back of the open space. Hope walks in and takes out some hardware out of a bag she's been carrying and begins the process of removing the data.
Should have invested in SSDs. It's time to bust out my portable degosser.
She turns to you.
This will take a good minute. I've got a few other tricks up my sleeve. If you find something that interests you, let me know.
Should you wait near her or take a look around? I'm kind of curious. Will giggled when I hovered over look around, so now I feel like it's a bad idea.
But no, go for it.
I'll take a look around. Might find something interesting.
Fuck, there was a repeat! Have fun. Dear God in heaven, I know I will.
You start walking around. For a while, you notice nothing but errors that start popping up on the screens here and there. The ghouls try to fight against them, but quickly realize it's futile and surrender. Eventually, you find a door with voice controls. You call out to Hope. She pauses her work for a second, then approaches you.
Door, huh? All right, let's give it a shot.
You press the button. Canoe and kayak. You watch over Hope's shoulder as she types the password with an incredible speed into a homemade-looking app. Then Kara's voice sounds out.
Canoe and Hakia.
Verification error. Access denied. You press the button again. Canoe and kayak.
No dice. I'm going back to work.
Too bad. You briefly wonder if you're to blame, shrug and fall. Oh, did I really do that bad of a job? Jesus Christ. There you wait until the work is complete. A while passes. Finally, you hear a triumphant yell.
All done, baby. Looks like those boys are finally gonna get a break.
You realize that the constant silent rhythm of mechanical keyboards has stopped. The workers are all idling, slumped over their desks, completely resigned to the fact that their oh god,
Raison d'etre.
raison d'etre has disappeared. Hope hurriedly collects her. Oh golly, saying raison d'etre has turned me southern. Oh golly, gee willikers.
Oh, dear Lord. Oh, golly me.
What?
Hope hurriedly collects her hardware and motions you to follow after her.
All right, we're almost done. Now we just need to take care of the backups and we can get the hell away from here.
You take a last glance at the ghouls and follow her steps. Yet another corridor, hardly discernible from the previous ones. This is a giant underground complex. How much money has Montgomery spent on it? Hope looks around, frowning, mumbling something indecipherable. Eventually, she points in front of her.
There. This is where she must keep the backups.
It's a sturdy metal door, unlike any other in the building. Right next to it, however, is a voice-based security system you know pretty well by now.
Please, 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 just no last-second surprises.
She hesitates to do it, but eventually presses the button. Eternal Return. Hope dutifully types down the term on her phone.
Eternal Return.
Access denied. Please try again. Hope hisses under her breath. This time you push the button. Double spiral. Tap, tap, tap.
Doubly spiral.
You feel like time is frozen. For whatever reason, it takes longer than usual for the speaker to deliver the verdict. Access granted. What a relief. The metal doors grind loudly as they invite you in. This time, you walk in first and Hope follows. Wait just a goddamn minute. You recognize this place. It shouldn't be here, but there's no two ways about it. This is Hope's Haven. Same bed, same decorations, same ambience. It's all a lot more dusty, but...
The backups are in the back. I'll just get them.
She seems a little sheepish as she approaches the double spiral device and unpacks her own hardware to take care of them. You take in your surroundings. Would you mind explaining what's going on here? Hope sighs.
What's there to explain? Just think a little.
The first explanation that pops into your head will probably be the right conclusion.
She looks at you as if she was about to add something, then bites her tongue and gets back to destroying her rival's life. She makes it obvious she doesn't want to re-examine her past. You rest against the bed, quietly watching Hope's technological wizardry and wondering about her past relationship with Kara for who knows how long. Every second you spend here, you become more impatient to get out. Eventually, the device surrounding the double spiral backup starts disappearing into the bag they were taken out of. Looks like the process is nearing completion. You decide to approach the door before it does. However, before you even make a move, the door begins to make a grinding noise. You freeze up watching them open. Behind them stands the very person you were afraid would appear. That's the punk t-shirt you hoped you would avoid. That's the punk t-shirt you hoped you would avoid seeing tonight.
Jesus fucking Christ almighty.
Hey, could you get a V in that? Hope raises her head and then their eyes meet. Both of their faces momentarily turn to stone.
Oh.
You could pick out any emotion from their stares and you'd probably be right. An unbearable tension fills the room as nobody wants to make the first move. Eventually, it's Hope who decides to break the stalemate by loudly pressing the enter button on her laptop and immediately dropping it into a bag. You doubt it's anything more than a provocation, the Malkavian letting her opponent know that she's won, but it works. The noise makes Montgomery snap out of a stupor.
You psycho. You fucking demented, vindictive psycho.
The air turns thick with murderous intent.
Hi.
Hope pretends she hasn't noticed. Kara's bloodthirst becomes palpable.
You were supposed to be on the other side of the city right now. At the meeting.
I am notified about every failed voice authentication attempt. I got back here expecting to find some idiot still trying to make their way to the front.
She looks around.
But I never expected. Just how?
Hope reluctantly types something down on her phone.
I am the CEO of Double Spiral, and I endorse wrecking my shit!
Kara grimaces at the sound of her own voice and quickly connects the dots.
Fucking gremlin. How did you get your hands on that kind of tech? ChatGPT? What is that?
Company secret.
Hope's provoking her, no two ways about it. Kara knows it, so she's trying to keep it cool.
I built this paradise for you. For us.
For yourself and nobody else.
What happened to the Hope I used to know? Just somebody I used to know.
She can't come to the phone right now. She's dead.
I regret the day I let you into my life.
Stop lying to yourself, Kara. You only regret the day you let me out of my life. Shouldn't have let your mask slip, honey.
A snappish response almost escapes Kara's mouth, but she manages to stop herself before letting the discussion dissolve into a childish spat.
Just tell me there's a copy of my data you haven't ruined, and I'll let you out of here alive.
She gives you a hateful look.
Both of you.
Hope tilts her head and flashes an ear-to-ear evil grin.
Not a single bit of data remains. More than a decade of your work down the drain. Welcome to the worst night of your life since the .com crash, Miss Montgomery.
Kara looks as if a stake was just driven through her heart. She starts to collapse, sliding down against the door like she was sinking deeper and deeper into her own personal hell. Hope just stares at her torment, wearing an indecipherable expression, waiting for her rival to reach the floor. Then she does, and there, at the lowest point in her life, she finds something unexpected.
Never, ever wanted to do this. This is not me.
Her voice sounds completely different.
But if there's only one way out of this mess, I'm going to take it. I'm going to get my data back.
Hope looks confused for a second. Then an understanding dawns on her.
Come on, Kara. You wouldn't dare. You started this game, now accept your loss.
The game isn't over until all players are out of moves, honey.
Baring your fangs now? There's two of us against one, even if you commit the sin of diablerie.
The last time something like this happened to me, I was ready to die. I think I'll take my chances. It's not like I haven't dreamed about feeling my fangs inside you for a long, long time.
So you want to give me this one victory? Prove once and for all that I was right? It was never about me, but about all the stupid garbage in my head?
A victory? Please. Victories are material. Freudian slip. They aren't like your little online arguments.
Only moms win. She's serious about this XxXBekyXxX. She wants to devour me as a whole. Sacrifice her humanity in exchange for access to my soul and everything I know.
Stay away, XxXBekyXxX. You want money? Data? Domain privileges? A position? A double spiral? Anything you want you can get if you just look the other way.
I did at first assume by domain privileges she meant like an online domain. I'm like, you gonna offer me a fucking GoDaddy link?
Just look the other way.
Don't listen to this shit. The moment the prince finds out, it's final death for...
Then Kara runs, her moves resembling a beast more than a human, immediately closing the distance to Hope. Then she jumps the Malkavian like a wild animal hunting a prey. Hope instinctively attempts to defend herself, but is immediately overwhelmed. Laying on the ground, she looks like a deer in the headlights. Kara, on the other hand, looks like a bear ready to maul its victim. If you want to react, you need to do it now. You push yourself to the limit and let your powers take over. You know she's dangerous, but so are you. You know you can endure her hits, but can she endure yours? As it turns out, yes. Your attempt to drag Kara away from Hope quickly turns into an exchange of wild, messy blows. The thing is, when she realizes you've tapped into your superhuman power, she responds by doing the exact same thing, and since she's in beast mode, she's hitting faster and harder than you. This is a battle of attrition, and you probably can't win. You back away, deciding to pick a different approach. You've decided to let your instincts take over. Before you know it, you're already at a full sprint. You run up to Kara, grab her, and start pulling her away from Hope. However, you're dealing with a beast here. Choosing to trust your instincts, you've underestimated hers. Before you realize what's happened, you find yourself smashed against the nearest wall. Confused and in pain, you check your torso. Some bones feel broken. You still got lucky and should be able to move around, but this'll take some time to heal. Kara's already focused on attacking Hope again. Just rushing them blindly won't help. You need a plan. Wait. There's no point in rushing them blindly. Kara's like a feral animal right now. You don't wrestle with those. You use tools to overwhelm them. You look at Hope's bag. Could any of her devices help? No way in hell. Think harder. You look at the bed, the pillows, the canopy, hooks hanging down from the ceiling. Bingo. You grab one of those hooks and yank the chain. It's long enough for your idea to work. You run up to Kara, who's about to maul Hope like a wild animal. Then, you stab her with all your strength. The hook gets deep underneath her skin. Kara yells, but there's more surprise than pain in her voice. You quickly wrap the chain around her a few times, then you step back and start pulling at it with all your strength. Kara's taken by surprise. Still not understanding what's going on, she loses her balance and gives her victim a chance to escape. Hope takes it. Still dazed, she takes a second to understand the situation, but when she does, she runs up to you and starts pulling the chain with you. You'd never handle her alone, but Hope displays a surprising strength while pulling the chain. A minute later, she's hanging a foot above the floor like a butcher's carcass. The end of the hook is stuck in her chest, and it's sinking deeper as she struggles. However, she's flailing so wildly she might free herself before it puts her out of commission. You use one hand to desperately search for something that can help you under the bed. Belts, handcuffs, a whip, a giant cattle prod. You have no time to act bemused. You put it to her head and turn it on. The device must be modified. The power current is so powerful it starts scarring almost immediately. She's getting weaker and weaker.
Just with it one more time.
It takes Kara a while to accept defeat, but eventually she does. Her body seeming lifeless, her head hanging down, she looks like a grotesque portrait of defeat. The hook must have reached her heart. It takes Hope a long time to collect herself. Eventually, she manages to speak up.
Guess we've gotten to this point, huh?
Just like Kara before, Hope starts to talk in a completely different way than she usually does. You have a bad feeling about this.
You want to add my data to yours? You know, I can grant your wish, except not the way you've imagined it.
Hope starts mumbling and circling around Kara. For the first time since you've met her, she acts like she doesn't have a phone in her hand. This violent aura. The Malkavian looks deeply into your eyes, and she knows you know what she's tempting you to do. You silently beg for her to not do it. It doesn't feel right. She makes a decision. She smiles beatifically and it feels purposefully fake.
Be my witness. I haven't harmed her. You left her here with me, and you have no idea what happened next.
Her voice is still changed from what you're used to. She's not having fun. She's driven by malice.
I've disabled security, so you're free to leave now. Call me whenever you need me. I'm a part of your coterie now, so I'll repay my debts or whatever.
You give her a suspicious glare. Doesn't faze her, though.
I've still got some unfinished business here.
She turns to Kara's listless body. A puppet is dangling sadly by a single thread.
It would be smart of you to leave.
Her tone makes it clear she is not willing to discuss anything. Your relationship is strictly professional. You sigh, shrug your shoulders, and head out the way you came from. The lights of New York welcome you above ground. See you soon, Hope. Hope you don't get into trouble. You try to celebrate the new addition to your coterie, but Kara's face appears before your eyes over and over again, making your victory bittersweet. The hunger calls to you. The city's skyscrapers seemingly never end. Oh, we've already read all this. Hold on, you compose yourself your rational mind feeling the... Okay. I fed earlier tonight. I had one
then
snacky.
you
You witnessed a lot of bullshit.
You forded your tood.
The Ivory Tower. Another name for the Camarilla.
Autarchus. Okay. The Unbounded. Vampires who remain outside of the larger kindred society of a given city, either by ignorance or choice. Usually considered anarchs by members of the Camarilla, though most Unbound have nothing to do with the movement.
Is it me next?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Baron. At its most basic, a baron is a strong anarch who controls territory and wields authority over those living in it. One of the most common types of barons is a lick who has a city neighborhood or even just a building. The other common type is a baron who attempts to control an entire city on his own, a local strongman. He behaves suspiciously like a Camarilla prince.
Ugh, so happy to have this one. Diablerie. The consumption of another kindred's blood to the point of the victim's final death. Vampires might not only lower their generation permanently through this abhorrent practice, but also incorporate the target's very nature and spirit unto themselves. Yes, I did add unto instead of into for vibes.
Turtle, your question, by the way. Hey, Will, you started giggling back there because you knew Trip Kara's arrival, huh? I don't think it would have. The first password you have to try to get into the door requires a T, and T's are notably the only letter you never actually get the opportunity to correct in Hope's
Kara shows up
modulator.
Kara shows up regardless. There's just some funny little double spiral side stuff that's going on because it's a horrible company. But
Again, we're here to kill the dead internet. That's the point of this mission.
It's also your
Diablerie tutorial. If you're
I don't
okay
like-
with me stepping away for a hot second.
Yeah.
Okay.
We take a rest. Do you want us to keep going, or he already muted himself? But let's see.
I'm still here. Go ahead and keep going. Yeah.
I'll click rest and see what happens. Because I think we're literally about to get Mia again.
you
So-
you fucked up. Here, you know what? It's a bio break for everyone then. I'll be
Okay.
right back as well.
It's a bio break for everyone. I'm gonna do some fucked shit while they're gone. Hold on.
Huh? Bio break. I like that.
Yeah, the hashtag go piss girl part of the stream.
Hell yeah.
Just making you all stare at the fucking shadow demons. I feel like no matter how big I make this thing, it's never quite big enough. There we go. And then I'm just gonna add, hold on. What's up, chat? It's me, your streamer. Looking at the fucking shadow demons dance. Look at them go, folks. I don't like being here, neither do you. You might note, this is what my camera normally looks like. It actually has quite a wide wingspan. I have it cropped in all of our other things. But chat, can we bust it down fucking crazy style while we wait for everyone to come back from the go piss girl moment? Help, I'm so very alone. Yeah, I'm gonna crop this. So let's see. Left 50. Right 50.
Come back first.
200.
I haven't
200.
brought a snack.
Ooh. There we go.
Tiny animal victory.
Tiny animal victory. Look at him party, chat. It's me. I feel like a commentary live streamer. I feel like I'm doing politics right now. Like,
Why do we see these two guys in the audience's face so clearly?
I do not know.
You know what? Maybe those are the ones you drink from.
They leave me deeply upset. See, the annoying thing is I'm gonna forget that I have this tab set up, and then one day I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" And I'm gonna click on it. It's gonna be like, "Oh, the shadow demons."
Hi.
Oh, Will's back. Will, look at the stream. Like the
I'm
literal
looking at
stream.
it, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
There's a rave happening.
I'm like, how else am I gonna kill time? All right. You arrive at the leech
Kara.
pit, finding it less crowded than last time. Also, okay, yeah, wait, you said Rip Kara. Hold on, before we proceed, Lauren,
Yes.
your work on Kara GPT, maybe some of the best reads of this entire thing.
Togathor.
Like,
Thank you.
Togathor.
Kara is
such a-
great.
well, beyond just like doing Kara voice, like the way you were able to replicate like the voice modulator, like fuck ups, genuinely incredible.
I honestly, like, the first Kara's voice that I saw, I was like, oh god, who is this? And no picture of the person being there. I was rough, but I was like, oh god. And thank god the voice that I had was in a glimmer of a thought, close enough. But I do wonder how much of my screams picked up on mic. But we should be getting an improvement to that shortly.
Only one of them really
the
picked
third
it up.
one was good.
Yeah, so the thing is, that's
Okay.
also not an issue with your microphone. That's an issue with Discord. It tends to filter out like mic peaking and things like that. You can turn off those settings, but then it normally also picks up more background noise. So it's
I
kind
see.
of a
Okay.
it's kind of a trade-off. It's annoying. So like I can do like a full-throated scream, and chat can hear me because they get my audio not through the Discord call, but directly through
Yeah.
my microphone into Streamlabs.
Okay. Good to know.
But also, again, if you mentioned you're fixing it with a better quality mic soon, that'll probably also let you maybe fool around with disabling those filter settings.
Yeah.
The bar is still packed, but the dance floor is empty tonight. I beg to differ. Instead, the old crackling speakers are playing music that would probably sound like noise on even high-end hardware. Excuse me. Mia's nowhere to be seen, but you do remember she requested you ask for her at the bar. Oop, did I double tab through? Wait. You approach the bar as the bartender finishes pouring a beer for an older guy in a faded, fraying Iron Maiden t-shirt. She turns to you. Oh, it's the same thing. Mint Mod, you can be this one?
What can I get you?
I was told to ask about Mia at the bar.
Yeah, well, she's not in tonight.
She looks you up and down, and a spark of recollection shines in her eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
She takes a well-worn book from behind the counter, some kind of YA vampire novel, flips through it and produces a piece of paper from between the book's pages and passes it to you.
She told me you'd be interested in reading this.
You find a relatively quiet corner and take a look at the note. Mint Mod, could I bug you for a root beer, my root dear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your root beloved? Beloved?
Yeah, exactly. Will, this note is technically you.
Oh, that is fair. T wants to meet you. I'll arrange it, but you need to prove you're trustworthy. Look around the leech pit for a guy named Bruce, buff dude, tattoo sleeve on his right arm.
Well, I hope you know I can't wait for when we eventually get an errant NPC who inexplicably has this specific New York accent. Thank you, my love.
Don't worry
Check
about
this
it.
and thank you, Mint Mods.
We'll get to Brayland one day.
Yeah, we'll get to Brayland one day.
We'll get to Sean one day. I get to drop a bunch of New York regional accents on you.
This bottle's tight.
Anyway, I'm 90% sure he's somebody's retainer sent here to spy on us by the cam. Give me the name of his master and write it on this card, then return it to the bar.
I'm trying so hard to open this twist off root beer. And I...
It's happening!
Root beer!
My root.
Refreshing. Oh, see, Eagle is really fucking with it because it's got a bunch of head.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
It doesn't take you long to locate this Bruce guy. He's at alone in a corner, 2 beer glasses already emptied on his table. You take a moment to consider your approach. Oh boy!
Oh, yeah.
You figure you haven't had the time to feed before confronting... You figure you have the time to feed before confronting this guy. You keep your eye on him, but look for a good opportunity in the meanwhile. Wouldn't you know it, a half-passed-out patron near the toilets is almost begging for somebody's attention. You prop him up as if to help him stand straight, and his breath reeks alcohol. You bite into his neck right above his tank top, careful to drink just a little and quickly. You don't get to enjoy the full palate. It's closer to the beer than you've had in a while, though. The man slumps in your arms, mumbles something under his breath, and you settle him down gently near the empty kegs in the back. Somebody will come pick him up. For sure. Temporarily sated, you turn your attention back to the task at hand. That's when you lock eyes with Bruce. He's been standing there, just meters away for a while, you think. He slinks away through the main area and walks outside. He knows what you are, for sure. You follow him outside, expecting to have to run after him, but he's there, having a cigarette. Lauren, you want to be Bruce?
Yo, had the feeling you'd join me. You smoke?
He pushes the lighter closer to you, the flame triggering a primal fear in you that forces you to take a step back and bump into another patron who's just leaving the bar.
Yeah, didn't think so. You were staring at me in the bar before. What do you want?
I'm here on business. I want to know who you serve, and then I'll be gone.
2 words. Blow?
He breathes cigarette smoke straight into your face.
Me.
He flicks the cigarette at you, and you flinch. It's all it takes for him to dash away, much faster than any human should be able to. He's bolting, all right. I just got unhungry. I'm not good at chasing. You dash after him, relying solely on your muscles and general fitness. Bruce doesn't seem to care much about the masquerade. He's at the speed he's going. The speed he's going at would give Usain Bolt a run for his money. You cannot hope to catch up to him this time. He takes a sharp turn into a side alley, and by the time you reach it, he's already gone. Time to leave something for Mia. You borrow a pen from the bar and flip Mia's note to the other side. You have a whole bunch of nothing to go on, but that won't work. You figure it might be better to leave any name for Mia, even if you have to pull it out of your ass. No, these are all real people.
So, I have my
love
personal
this.
opinion about what the funniest option is.
I'm sure you do. You freaking snake.
Will, are you willing to tell me what that funniest option is?
I think realistically, if you're trying to get into, I think the funniest option to say is Kadir, but I think the option that's actually the best is Arturo, because if you don't know who he's working for, and you're trying to get into both the Anarchs and Langley's good graces, it's good to throw Thomas Arturo under the bus.
Trying to remember who Thomas Arturo is.
He's the harpy. He was at Langley's apartment earlier, and the two of them don't really get along.
That's right.
But
He looks like an arch snob. He has the curly hair and the little
That's
glasses.
right. Yeah, no, I remember he was the weird freak. I just didn't realize he was a harpy. I guess that was probably just implication, and I didn't pick up on it. Arturo. Sure, why not? Everybody in this city has servants. Why not Sophie's eccentric acquaintance? You put his name down on the page. You pass the piece of paper to the bartender. She sticks it back in the same book.
Oh, fuck. I took a bite of something. I forgot that was me. Whatever. Hold on one second. She wanted me to pass something on to you.
She produces a cell phone from behind the counter. It's ancient, at least 15 years out of date.
Oh, right. And this.
An old charger for the piece of junk in your hand. They really did think of everything.
She said she'll be in touch.
It takes you a moment to remind yourself how to operate this thing, and you find that its phone book is blank. There's no Wi-Fi connectivity and no saved messages. It's got a version of Snake, though. The bartender's already over at the other end of her domain, taking orders from patrons. With your Anarch contact nowhere in sight, you decide to move on for the night. Hopefully the name you put down will at least pique Mia's interest, even if it turns out you were spitballing. Do we do D'Angelo now? Yeah, we've got these fucks to deal with other nights. Dead End Blues. It's been some time since your last visit at Red Hook. You should probably get back to D'Angelo to see if he's managed to figure out how to handle Sana. As you make your way up the stairs, you notice that D'Angelo's office is surprisingly quiet. You are half expecting something akin to a scene from The Exorcist, with Sana belching out curses and your companion sprinkling her with, well, whatever it is vampires use for holy water. What you witness instead, as you open the door, is the picture of Serenity. The girl, although still curled up in the corner, is sitting calmly with her eyes fixed on the pages of some pulpy detective novel. She doesn't even register your presence. Sitting behind the desk, D'Angelo seems to be looking over some files, puffing on his usual brand of cigar. Seeing no trace of Lawson, you assume he must have gone back to his family. Noticing your presence, the vampire detective leans back in his chair and gives you a tired look.
Hey there, kid. Glad you can make it.
She actually reading? Surprised she could actually focus on something like a book.
She's not dumb, you know. Just really fucking scattered. Figured I'd give her something to focus on. Seems to be working. Calmed her down at the very least. As to how much she's actually getting out of the riveting narrative, your guess is as good as mine.
Anyway, I've been going over the case files, mulling over our options. Surprise, surprise, they all suck donkey dick. No matter how we go about this, someone gets fucked over. Her, Larson, us.
Wait, did you just say case files? We have those?
Hey, say what you will about me, but I take my work seriously. And, as my faithful assistant, you should too. So, here's what we can do. 1. We grab Sana, we take her to Elysium and make a case for her to Prince Panhard. 2. We get Valerie to back off by feeding her the dirt I got on Larson. 3. We try to get Sana out of the city. Come on, kid. I can hear them thoughts bouncing around your head from over here. Out with it.
You want to bring Sana to Elysium? Isn't that pretty much a death sentence?
Pretty much, but not quite. If we can get an audience with Panhard, we might be able to convince her to spare Sana's life. The prince isn't as much of a hard ass as some would like her to be. She'd probably rather avoid further alienating the Duskborn community. That said, if we run into Kadir, we're as good as fucked.
What kind of dirt do you have on Larson anyway? Must be some serious shit.
Oh, it is. A few years back, the Second Inquisition led a coordinated assault on New York kindred. Operation Lights Out, they called it. Nasty fucking business that was. A lot of good vampires died. Some of them I knew personally. Larson was one of the Inquisition's first targets, but when they got to him, he managed to convince them to spare his life. In exchange, he fed them info on fellow Camarilla member, one Nicky the Chop. Suffice to say, Nicky didn't make it through the night. Okay, time's a-wasting. What do you think we should do?
Wait, you're letting me make the call?
Look, kid, I've been at it all day, mulling it over, and all I got from my trouble was a splitting headache. I just don't know anymore. All I'm asking for is your honest opinion. Just pick one and make a case. Convince me it's the right thing to do. Or the least wrong, at least. So one more time. Bring the girl to Elysium, trade her life for Larson's, or sneak her out of town. Which one would you go with?
As it stands, Duskborn community kind of needs the representation that Larson provides. There is no ethical consumption under the Camarilla and all that, so, it makes, sucks that he did that, but I understand why he did that. I feel like if we get her rushed out of the city, she's just as good as dead going out that way. I feel like it won't be long before she either gets caught out in the sun or does something stupid and gets someone else to kill her,
I will remind you, she has been killing people.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
she's not particularly subtle. That's a whole fucking hazard just letting her loose. She could be a refugee in Vancouver. Well, we'll see, Lauren. For my money, Elysium seems like if we end up getting her killed, it was probably going to happen anyways. If we don't, at least we're not doing blood for blood. Bringing it to Elysium seems like the most reasonable thing to do.
And the cruelest, or at the very least the most risky. If we can't convince Panhard to give Sana a shot, the girl's as good as dead.
Then we better be extra convincing.
So be it. Fuck.
Do me a favor, kid. Watch her for a few minutes, okay? I gotta make some arrangements, make a few calls.
He catches himself looking at you with an expression of the phoniest of phony guilt.
But not like with a phone or anything. Because, that would make me a naughty boy, which I'm clearly not.
He's awesome. He walks out of the office through the frosted windows. You see him instantly go for his clamshell phone. Screw it, doesn't really make a difference at this point. You turn to the girl who still has a nose in the book. So, is the book any good? I don't usually go for this sort of stuff. Just leaves me cold. She looks up from the book and her eyes glaze over.
Hold.
A shiver runs down your spine. You decide it's best to leave her to read and spend the next few minutes in complete silence. Finally, D'Angelo staggers back into the room.
All right. I called a friend of mine who works at the art hall. She says the prince is there right now, in her private quarters. We'll just have to figure out a way to get an audience.
He walks over to Sana and crouches beside her. Speaking softly, he takes the book out of her hands and gently strokes her head.
Hey, darling. I need you to listen very carefully. We're gonna go on a little trip, okay? You need to stay quiet and stay close to me. Can you do that? Stay close to D'Angelo.
She squints, trying her best to concentrate.
Angelo.
Close enough.
Something akin to a smile creeps onto her face. It's as close to happy as you've seen her.
Gift, not hurt.
Hey, Mill. D'Angelo returns a smile.
You're welcome.
He turns to you, putting his serious face back on. He nods. Looks like it's go time. Really quickly, I'm gonna grab a tissue box out of the bathroom because my nose a drippy. BRB. I'm not gonna change the things. It'll take 20 seconds. If even that.
20. 19.
Riot.
18.
Riot.
Riot. Riot girls?
Riot. Go crazy.
Uh,
I don't like how
whoa.
the further down you counted, the more it sounded like you were about to come.
oh.
What?
You went 20.
How do you know how that sounds?
You went to 20. 19. 18.
Listen, I
17.
have heard that upstairs before in my gay apartment,
16.
and it wasn't a good time. I can tell you that.
April.
April, you cannot be giving out this content for free.
True. Pio, 5
This
gift
money
subs
can be going to a
now.
down payment, baby girl.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Pio. Don't do it, Pio.
I need a
Don't do it,
trigger
Pio.
warning for that.
Pio, if I ever tell you to
Shit
do
is real.
something, give it
It's
30
real life
seconds.
for some people, bro.
Pio, if I ever give you a command, you got to give me 30 seconds to say /J, okay? I need to finish the bit, but still have enough time to make sure that I hit you with /J before you do something you'll regret.
Immediate
We cannot
euthanasia.
be moaning. We cannot be moaning while counting on stream. We cannot be doing this.
There's
Okay.
the no minors rule for a reason.
That is true.
15.
Stop. Be gone.
What if
The art
somebody
hole
came to
welcomes
your
you
house
within
with a
its
knife
usual
and just
weirdness and
starts
grotesque.
Stabbing and stabbing.
The art hole welcomes you with all its usual weirdness and grotesqueries masquerading as contemporary art. Right now, however, art is the last thing on your mind as the three of you make your way through the crowd of usual suspects. D'Angelo gestured towards a lone figure standing in the corner. To your surprise, it turns out to be Sophie. As you approach, she raises an eyebrow, taking an especially long look at Sana.
And here I thought nothing in this world could surprise me anymore. Mind telling me what it is you're doing here?
D'Angelo nods courteously.
We're here to see Prince Panhard. I don't suppose you could help us get an audience.
I think you're confusing me with the Prince's Herald. An honest mistake in this lighting.
I love when you can tell a dialogue box exists purely to put another definition in your dictionary.
Yep.
Honestly. Still, I'm afraid you're out of luck. From what I've heard, the prince is not accepting visitors.
We wouldn't be asking if it wasn't important. I'm sure the prince will be thankful for bringing this. Will be thankful for bringing this matter to our attention.
Very nice. Very slippery. And very futile. As I've already stated, the prince is not accepting visitors.
Suddenly, you hear a voice from behind you, and it's the last voice you could possibly want to hear right now.
Maybe I can help?
You look over to D'Angelo. He seems frozen in place, not able to move a single muscle. This is bad. Very bad. Keeping things casual, Kadir tips an imaginary hat in your general direction. When he looks at Sana, you notice his expression sour, if ever so slightly.
Perhaps this is a conversation best held in private. Follow me.
Before leaving, he nods at Sophie.
Langley.
Kadir.
Again, you glance over to D'Angelo, but he doesn't even acknowledge you. He seems to be in a state of deeply internalized panic. Not seeing any way out of the situation, you follow Kadir into a small backstage area. There, he stops and addresses you once more.
Good to see you, D'Angelo. It's been a while since you last showed your face around here. And I see you've brought friends. So, how about we skip the unnecessary drama, and you two leave without incident while I take care of our thin blood guest?
You don't have to do this. She can be helped.
Maybe. Maybe not. But that ship sailed a long time ago. It ends tonight. With me. Doesn't have to be this way. Just let us talk to Panhard. That's Prince Panhard to you, D'Angelo. And no, your harebrained scheme isn't gonna work. What exactly did you think was going to happen? You bring the Duskborn with a blood hunt on her head to my doorstep and... what? Hope that the prince stays my cruel hand? Honestly, I thought you were smarter than that. But I promise to make it quick. Painless. That's as much as you'll get, so don't push it.
And with that, he turns to Sana. His expression grows softer, almost kind. Then he grabs her by the hand, gently. There's not even an inkling of violence in his demeanor.
Come, my child. You have been very brave. The pain is almost over.
Pain. Over.
With blissful ignorance, she looks at you and D'Angelo as the sheriff walks her out of the room. Your companion looks broken, as if something inside him just snapped. Without even looking at you, he utters under his breath.
I killed her.
What's with the laughter?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
We killed her!
Pick what you feel is right, baby.
Hey, D'Angelo, don't take my credit. We killed her.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
You gave it your all. Sometimes shit just
Shut up.
happens and there's nothing you can do.
Nice catchphrase, kid. You should have it printed on a t-shirt.
A moment of awkward silence ensues.
I really thought I could save her, you know?
Not really knowing what to say, you lift your hand to pat him on the back. You stop yourself mid-motion. Somehow it doesn't seem like the right thing to do. You leave the art gallery and head back to Red Hook. On your way, you keep thinking about Sana and whether now is the exact moment Kadia brings her final death. It's not a pleasant journey. Slowly, clumsily, you make your way back to the grain terminal. No words are spoken, no bad jokes made, no monologues muttered, and no smiles exchanged. There's only silence and vacant stares. As you head up the stairs to D'Angelo's office, you can feel the tension rising. You can tell the moldy sleuth has reached the breaking point. He walks into his office and leans against his cluttered desk. You figure now is as good a time as any to break the silence. You gonna be okay? The moment you finish your sentence, D'Angelo leans over and sweeps all his stuff off the desk. Notepads, bits of paper, and what looks like a cheap imitation of an antique lamp. It all comes crashing to the floor. Doesn't stop there as he grabs a heavy file cabinet and knocks it over. Slowly but surely, the once quiet office turns into a heap of crumpled paper and broken furniture. The tantrum lasts for mere seconds, but as you stand there, watching, it feels like forever. Finally, D'Angelo stops and looks up at the ceiling. It's hard to tell if he's had enough or simply run out of stuff to throw around. As he stands there, slowly regaining composure, one of the objects scattered on the floor catches your eye. It's a small paperback novel, the same you saw Sana reading earlier tonight. Must have landed there while D'Angelo was giving the room a royal thrashing. You pick it up. In huge letters, the title on the cover spells The Longest Night and Other Stories. A smaller caption underneath reads, Another collection of stories from Gianni D'Angelo Saga. What in the actual fuck? You flip it over and are immediately drawn to the pictures on the back cover. If not for a lack of flaky skin and distorted features, you'd say this guy looks very familiar. The name next to the picture, Reginald Finch. You stand there, not even knowing where to start. Even in his current state, D'Angelo, or whatever the fuck his name is, remains one step ahead of you.
Yeah, that's me in the picture. Reggie fucking Finch. Haven't seen him in a while. Wasn't planning to.
You named yourself after one of your characters?
Afraid it's more than that. I sort of became him. See, Reggie Finch was a pushover. Small-time journalist and a wannabe writer. He would never survive out there among the coteries of New York.
I hope you know.
Title card.
I hope you know how badly I wanted to hit end stream after you finished that line, and how I resisted the temptations to click it.
Roll credits.
Roll credit. Hold on. Wait, Lauren, do we have dice? I need to roll to resist bestial frenzy or whatever. Fuck.
Oh god. Dirt of your humanity, rounded down. Let's fucking go.
Plus unspent willpower. Considering the fact that I didn't click we killed her, I'm down at least one checkbox.
It's so over.
Add a couple hunger dice.
Add a couple hunger dice. You don't add hunger dice. Don't apply to frenzy rolls because you can't re-roll them with willpower.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Will. Your half-baked knowledge. I'm here to kill you.
Shit.
Kill you with guns and hammers.
Half-baked? I got
gonna
full-baked
explode.
knowledge.
Be kind.
Jeez, it's a throwback.
Really on it. Giovanni?
No. Fuck those guys. Okay,
Let's say, fun fact, hold on to my friends in chat right now. You might notice the name Military Brat 98 in chat right now. Hey, so Lauren, you remember how I mentioned that there was like another game where I took Adeline out for a spin just because like I was missing Vampire and I found a Roll20 game?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mill's from that game. Hi, Mill.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
hi.
That one died about
I recognize that name.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one died about a year ago.
Oh, good to know.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay. Hold on, let me find the voice. Gravel. Accent. All right, there we are. Gianni D'Angelo, on the other hand. Honestly, it just sort of happened. Guess it was the only way I could make sense of it all.
I mean, once you wake up looking like this, realizing your life and all that you were is gone forever, you can't really blame me for trying to at least make it interesting.
I guess to some extent we all put on an act in front of others. We make up characters, idealized versions of ourselves. It gives us something to live up to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still weird, but it's not that weird. D'Angelo. For a moment, he seems to be mulling over what you just told him. Finally, he picks up the ashtray off the floor, rummaging through the ashes. He finds a mangled, half-finished cigar. He sticks it in his mouth and lights up, the light as flame reflecting in his shades. He smiles at you, ever so slightly.
Thanks, kid. Tell you what. How about you take the rest of the night off? I need some time to get my shit in order. Starting with this office. Some dumb assholes made one hell of a mess in it.
You smile and nod. He nods back.
I'll be seeing you.
And so you leave him to his thoughts. No way to be sure, but you have a feeling. He's gonna be alright. So, does she always die?
Yeah.
Okay.
In one way or another. It's not always Kadir, but...
If you go to... I assume it's like, she dies to Kadir if you go to Elysium, she dies to someone else if you try to escape the city.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. If you try to escape the city, I think it's Valerie.
Makes sense.
And then, yeah.
What happens if you throw Rob under the bus?
I was gonna say.
If you throw Larson under the bus, you know what? The couple of times I played this game, I haven't thrown Larson under the bus, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's probably the one way you get around.
Wow, a bleeding heart from you
No one
for
wants
the
to throw
thin bloods?
Larson under the bus.
Huh?
Under the bloody double-decker bus.
Look, Will understands that so long as the Thinnies think they have representation, they're a lot more compliant and willing to get along with everyday business. You can't simply go executing them left and right in the street, and having them around means you have someone you can blame incidents on when things start to get hairy.
I see.
Look, I might be Uncle Fangs,
We're
but
gonna
I
have
know
fun.
I might be Uncle Fangs, but I understand the liquidator mindset. He's gonna be
We're
alright.
gonna have fun here.
So do we even bother? Oh, okay. Oh,
At
wait.
this point, I wouldn't even bother with Agathon.
Yeah. Retainer. A human who serves a vampiric master. Kindred rarely go without at least a few of these mortals, both for convenience and protection.
Sorry. Hold on. Give me a second. I was updating something.
We are waiting.
But also, can I just
Harpy.
say, like... Oh.
Huh?
What?
Oh, I was just going to say, like, I was genuinely feeling the emotions quite a bit with Sana Death.
Rest in peace.
It really has the energy of, like sending your dog over to the vet to be put down. Like...
Yeah, your dog got bit like a baby to death. Fuck that
Yeah.
hoe. She needed to go down.
Oh no!
Anywho.
Harpy.
Harpy. The domain Herald, or Harpy, knows everyone and all their secrets, and will share them with others, for the right price. Harpy is an originally negative epithet, but some wear it with pride, knowing the role of information broker is valued in any court.
God, are we going to try to make Nick into a fucking harpy? Sorry, I've got some hair caught in my
That'd be
necklace
fun.
chain. Sorry, not sorry.
Getting
I sided
choked
with
out on stream right now?
No, it's the hair in the back of my head. I'm not getting choked. Get my
Doing
hair
this for
pulled.
free once again?
Again,
Don't make me say 14.
14. Is that like 6 plus 7?
No, are you dumb?
You guys, I hung out with a lot of children.
Are you fucking?
Okay.
Are you fucking stupid?
Yes! Good God, help me!
Pio, clip it. Pio, clippies, please,
Ay,
or
Dios
turtle.
mío.
Ay, Dios mío.
Giving animal.
Awesome.
Golly.
Well.
The piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place is marked on the map. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no new calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. Oh, fuck, it's tomorrow evening. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. One more glance at the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn Park on the front street and approach the meeting spot cautiously. You stare at the face in the bench in the clouds. A figure of about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out towards Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something.
I don't remember this. Hold on.
Who is fake Mia?
Uh-oh. Mient. Hello.
It's Zuko, like, to forgive yourself, you must know
Me ain't.
yourself and trust yourself.
It's definitely not actually Mia, but I'll do the voice just because Becky thinks it's Mia.
Comedy.
Is it true? But I do not think it true. It is true, but I do not think it true. If I do not think it true, then it cannot be true. And if it cannot be true, then...
Hey, I'm meeting somebody here tonight. I don't suppose that would be you? The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you've never seen it before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. Okay, so I guess, Lauren, do you want to be woman?
Of course, why not? Why, yes, it's me. We are meeting now. You are meeting me. I am meeting you. Such a joyous occasion.
You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So you got the message. Oh, this is Torque, isn't it?
Nope.
It's not?
Oh.
Is this
It's
man relevant?
This man is man.
Okay. So you got the message? Got the crap. What's this about? We're taking a trip, friend. The boss wants to meet yous. Callahan? That's Boss Callahan, the you fuckface. I suggest you
yeah,
get a
here we
move
go.
on. We got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness, the litany of gibberish ever present throughout the entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Or can we do it the hard ways? Okay, yeah. I'll go with you. Smart! They lead you down the pier and into a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on! He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motions all the same.
Tap your head.
It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination, you think. The engine dies down and you're led on shore and then further up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. I guess
Who wants to be Irish?
Oh my god.
Because I can do it.
Oh, it's a different one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Lauren, if you're gonna be Torque, we'll make Will Callahan, since they probably have shit going on together.
Oh.
Yeah. And Callahan is so old. And
I was just thinking, I wasn't knowing if this is the OG question mark.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hold on. Let me find the voice.
Right. Alright, sort of down here. Vincent, my dear boy, why the hood over our guest's face?
Well, boss, I thought...
No, that will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told, yes?
Yes, boss.
Well, take that ridiculous sack off her head, will you?
The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight, dressed in what can only be described as Victorian clothing. The monocle and graying red hair. Is this Callahan? Holy shit!
Oh, damn.
This is my guy! Apologies for Vincent's unacceptable behavior. He can be a bit thick sometimes, isn't that right, Vincent?
Yeah, boss. Sometimes. A little.
I believe you already know who I am.
You're the Anarch Baron.
Ain't that the truth? Douglas Callahan is my name. But you may call me boss, everyone does, for good reason. I've invited you here to have a friendly chat. Now, let me make myself perfectly clear. I'm disappointed in you, truly disappointed, but I arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First, though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here?
I can't help but feel like you're dying to tell me.
Don't get smart with me.
He takes your face in his hand. While Vince holds you in a tight grip, he squeezes hard and looks you deep in the eyes.
Torg is the reason you're here. Or that angry strumpet of his, I'm told, yes? Mia? Oh, how I'd love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. But see, I'm a statesman, and that's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed. The prudent thing to do is tolerate both her and that blasted ebony skin mentor of hers.
That's
He's
a hell of
racist
a
as fuck.
Yeah, I know. I could. Golly,
Will!
fucking wowzers!
Take that into good one, no.
If you ask me, it all went downhill when you women folk got voting rights. Made you believe you were on the same level as us men. What a ridiculous notion that.
Hold on, wait, guys. He's based.
Yeah, no.
What happens if I try to click that?
Nothing.
It won't go good.
Click it.
No, I don't think I want to. Finished with your disgusting rant?
Oh, fledgling. You have no idea who you're messing with.
He looks at you with rage in his eyes, and you feel insignificant and vulnerable. An irrational fear takes over you. You cannot speak up against this man again. You just can't. He's too terrifying.
Now that I have your full attention, I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter. But that comes later. First, you'll answer a few questions, the first of which: who pointed you to Mia?
Nobody. It was my idea.
Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting?
I needed to help with something.
Oh, come now. You'll have to be more specific than that. I need to know exactly what it was that you discussed.
I just wanted to learn about the Anarchs, so I asked her about the movement.
Oh, child, you should have come to me then. I am the Anarch movement in New York City. and nobody makes a secret out of it. You bet on the wrong horse, as I'm sure you'll soon learn. See? That wasn't hard now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure how much of what you told me was true, and how much of it is worth about as much as yesternight's horse shite. But I'll find out. I always do. And when I do, we'll have another one of these nice talks, and maybe, just maybe, you'll avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time.
He gives Vince a sign, and the burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot's mangled under Vince's boot. Your shoulder dislocated. Your nose wrecked.
That's enough, Vincent. Leave them be.
I don't think women should vote, but I do think that we should be appropriate of all pronouns beyond just he or she, and not because the various player characters
No!
can be multiple genders.
He's not an ally.
I support our
What?
non-binary friends.
Why did you say that with
As
Lauren?
long
Lauren,
as they
why did you
support
say that
Israel.
with the fucking Kal-El no inflection? What?
Bro, I don't know what's happening.
Oh my god.
Where am I? The New York Coteries, am I right?
What the fuck?
He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his. You can, but barely. Trans-inclusive Victorian misogyny.
Sorry.
Tip him.
Hold on. In character? I'm getting back in character. Hold on. Here I am. Here we go.
Hold on, my scene, my line.
I am a man of principle. Another night, I would perhaps put you in a casket, dip it in concrete, and dump it in the Hudson. A favourite of mine during the Roaring Twenties. It's been a while. But, like I mentioned before, I am nothing if not prudent. And so, the interests of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. I will, therefore, let you continue your existence. Here's what I require in return for this boon. You are forbidden to meet Targ. I will keep an eye on you, on him. If you want a place with the Anarchs, you go through me, and only me. Got it? You have to understand. What I made my associates do to you tonight was just business. They can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that, or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about.
Sure thing, boss.
Pleasure making your acquaintance.
Callahan walks away, as do Vince and his band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood. The blood slowly put your body back together, your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling, for sustenance, for safety, for revenge, a distant but pronounced third desire. It's not until you mend yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver that you hail a passing taxi and head back to your haven. You give the driver your address and pass out. The darkness greets you. Some time passes, you think. You feel somebody shaking you. Your eyes open. It's the driver. You think he's asking if you're all right. His words change into a muffled shout. He goes silent. You think he tastes great? Great as a tired, caffeine-pumped taxi driver with high cholesterol can taste. Warm blood pours down your throat and flows to your limbs, mending them. You've grown cold, but you still do not have control. You are still observing, not acting. Your body is not yours. The beast is in charge. That's enough. No, it is not. I said that's enough. It'll never be enough. Enough! You break away from the man. He's dazed but conscious. He groggily says something about feeling tired, and you leave the money on the driver's seat and let him rest in the back. The four familiar walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you have reined it in tonight. Not a small feat, given your state. You're still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need the rest. Tomorrow, you'll have to feed again. Tomorrow, you'll have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight, you rest. After you read the motherfucking dictionary. No! No!
So fucking over!
It's
We don't know
No!
anything. We're so
it's never been more over than it is in this moment, chat.
Oh god.
Oh.
Sorry. If I can take a moment, I've never watched a chat so quickly go from, oh, this guy is fun, to no, kill him.
It was
Kill
so
him
good.
immediately.
Oh my god.
I got bad vibes immediately. I mean, look at that guy's fucking beard.
April.
Look, Lauren, I feel
April,
like you
Did
need to
you,
shit.
did you do the
Fucking
X's Y?
was
Did
there
you
a
do the
sex
X's
is
Y and I
why?
missed it?
I didn't notice that there was a sex
There was an
is
X's
why.
Y from Turtle.
Oh goodness.
What?
that
She
is-
wanted one
Oh, yep, that's
as
Goon.
man, as Vincent.
Sack yourself. I don't want it tonight.
Sorry.
Awesome.
I don't.
Spectacular.
Job's done. But yeah, fucking. What was I saying? Oh, right, Lauren. Look, this is the perfect
Yes.
episode to show some of the VOD to Nick later, so that they can get an idea for like what the Anarch movement can be like. that it's not all cool guys and Molotov cocktails. Not to say that that is actually Nick's perspective on anarchy. Simply saying that it's a complicated movement.
No, sometimes you get a Ventru Anarch and they
God.
suck.
God, actually kill that guy.
I hate it. I hate it, actually.
I do love it, and that's why Siegfried is the best, because he just said, you know what? I'm in charge.
Fuck
I don't
it.
care about anyone else.
It's
Sig-
And
just
anyone
me.
else
It's just
actually
me. I'm
can
king.
die. And if you don't like me, die.
I was about to say Siegfried is the only morally righteous libertarian, but he's definitely not a libertarian.
Nah.
Ooh, I honestly feel like he probably is more. He probably is kind of libertarian, leaning left. To sorry, of course, to people who don't understand this, but hopefully in all due time it will be understood. But yeah, he really is out for what he thinks is the best way to run his city. And he also a main thing of him is he doesn't like politics. He doesn't like all this bullshit sectarian drama, Like he's got his own opinions on
Very
what is the right way
very
to rule
very
things.
both sides are bad type energy.
I don't even think
Yeah,
it's
but,
necessary.
But like they
Yeah.
low
I don't
key
even
are,
think-
so
I don't. True, they are, but also I don't even think Siegfried's necessarily a both sides are bad. He just understands that the existence of affiliations with either side creates inherent instability, and if he presents his domain as a kind of grand neutral zone where no one is allowed to coalesce too much power, he's more or less capable of maintaining a relatively strong grip on the kindred within that domain. Also, he kind of needs that degree of unity and that amount of iron-fisted control because Kindred are so heavily outnumbered by Garou in Vancouver. Like, we need to make sure that we're working together and we're all following the fucking rules, and you don't have some clan boss who's covering for your bullshit. Because if we do that for long enough, they're gonna get sick of this worm taint.
True. And I mean, you think about the background, such as fighting against a very strong unified enemy, as maybe the Roman Empire. You really have to be on top of your shit, and knowing how to actually be a leader. And kind of not being relying on certain people, but not relying on them because of sectarian politics or clan biases, and really thinking about who they worm with the Y, from this point forward always, just think about that, William. Anyway, Siegfried is the quote-unquote Prince of Vancouver, a Vampire the Masquerade detailed source book in Dark Alliance Vancouver. as well as noted in Children of the Blood God for those who are not in the know.
Yeah.
Lauren, I love you. I
And also-
love you.
And like, I don't know if it's just the impression I've gotten from him from the time I spent playing in Vancouver with you. Military brat for context. Lauren here was actually one of the two original storytellers under
Yeah.
whom I played Adeline, my first ever VTM Blorbo.
The first two iterations of Adeline.
Not the first two iterations. There was a continuity there.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Adeline's your Auron, isn't she?
In a sense, Adeline's my Auron. Adeline is my Talon, but much less situational.
Talon's had less campaigns than Adeline has.
Yeah, well that's the thing, is because I was so very sorry, chat. We're completely talking about our own shit right now. I had to wait over
Just
a
give
decade.
a little bit of lore.
I just had to wait over so for context, Lauren, my first ever real Blorbo, my first ever real OC from a TTRPG is my beloved Lord General Talonir Westwind from the setting of Eberron. And the thing is, yeah, Talon Westwind, the ear is a prefix denoting nobility in Eberron. But the thing is, back when I first played him with my buddies from high school, they thought his shtick was annoying, so they had intentionally conspired with our DM to fail to properly hammer a python into a mountain as we were climbing up. I believe I rolled a 23 on an athletics check to climb. Yeah, rolled like a 23 on an athletics check to climb the mountain, failed, fell to the bottom, died instantly, no save, no roll, and then when they went to resurrect me, they resurrected the wrong guy, and the DM handed me my new pre-filled out character sheet.
I like to think that canonically happened to Adeline as a youngin'.
You know? She'd walk it off.
Walk it off, she'd be fine.
But yeah, so I'm like, I love this character a lot.
That's rough. That sounds like something that should have happened in the 1980s.
Truly.
Yeah.
So it was like
Adeline in an 80s D&D group getting absolutely
No.
Oh goodness. But yeah, so that character specifically, I'm like, there's a lot I have going on here, and I really want to play him again one day, but it needs to be with a group of friends who I have not told all of the twists and turns of his personal character plot to, and also a group of people who I trust to not do that to me again. Ideally under a DM who I have faith is willing to work with me on getting that shit done. For Adeline, honestly, she's much more of a plug-and-play character. I just like her gimmick mechanically, and I think she's fun to be.
No way you can say Adeline is a plug-and-play.
That's such a fucking lie.
What do you mean by that?
Adeline is your Blorbo. You love her, you are her, she is you, and that's okay.
Yeah, no, Adeline is a Blorbo in the same way Talon's a Blorbo. I just mean that Adeline's a much more universal Blorbo. I have less of a difficult time plugging her into a random Vampire the Masquerade game, you know?
That's fair. That's fair. You don't have the trauma association that this other one has.
Well, because don't get me wrong, there were bumps in the road when playing Adeline the first time, but I had so much fun with my buddies and my pals, and I got to do what I wanted to do in a lot of ways.
It really is so, I do love that, to get sappy, TTRPG really is, very fun and, hashtag gender, hashtag affirming, and, you just get to play a bunch of different roles. I really like that of, doing just, it really feels like it's every kind of creative outlet that I would want. Just mixed up into one, and I honestly feel like it was through these kinds of games that I really kind of met a lot of queer leftist kind of people, and just damn, I really do feel like these are my people, and it's great.
Yeah, no, I've met so many wonderful people getting to play my silly little TTRPGs. Technically speaking, smallest turtle in chat right now. In a way, someone I met playing a TTRPG, if you think about it. And then we got Will through that.
It gets to be weird. exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's very fun. It's very silly. Yeah, I got military in chat right now. Also, please note,
Not
friends,
military.
if you're reading chat, rave reviews for Adeline. I get a solid like 8 out of 9 on Yelp.
Adeline is pretty great.
I would like.
As a Vampire the Masquerade character, I think that she would be a divisive character like whatever the name of the Bruja is from LA by Night. But like that character is also like, that show would not be what it is without that character.
I suddenly now
Yeah.
need to watch LA by Night to see this Bruja character you're talking about.
Yeah,
You have to
Erica
see-
Ishii character Annabelle
Force
is kind of
Erica
the
Yeah.
she's kind of the like almost like intro POV character. Like it's
Yeah.
assumed that LA by
Mhm.
Night is being watched by like some people that don't know Vampire the Masquerade stuff. So she's been like very newly embraced and is
The
being, like,
audience
introduced into,
POV
like, a bunch of
character a
stuff.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she very much is the moral center of the coterie,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's fun to try to play a good person in an awful, hopeless world. Because like it's fun to try to find a way that you can MacGyver yourself out of bad situations. Like, oh god, Lauren, can I talk about? Do you plan on reusing? I will say Cecil and the cargo.
The card gone. I was thinking about it because I think Will mentioned the circulatory system at some point. It definitely did cross my mind.
So should I not mention this as an example of a really fun way to like try to get creative with a moral character in a fucked up world?
You can mention it because it's already happened before, and like
Okay.
I said, like I probably am gonna incorporate a couple. Like I think that Adeline, I mean, sorry, not Adeline. Guy, Cassandra, just some of these different player characters, even like from obviously people that don't know, I've run Dark Alliance Vancouver, this Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle before, but in I believe I think I said the 2010s or it's probably the 2020s. But in more modern current times, even though the book and the chronicle itself is set in kind of the early 1990s, the book came out in 1993, so using that as the baseline, and that's what we're quote unquote planning on doing. But yeah, so I think that there still was a lot of creativity and insight, and learned a lot about what kind of roles I like doing for characters and what I felt like people thought was receptive, and just fun, in general, and still at the same time learned a lot since running that game and games prior of how to actually have a kind of beginning, middle, and end of a story, in a chronicle, and kind of going through developing characterization of NPCs and player characters and such, etc. There definitely was some player characters and some insights that I think that's definitely fun to bring into another game running, just using that experience, which I think goes into again just sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I can't wait to go interact with Guy Gilroy and hear that they don't really have an excuse to leave their haven tonight, so they just kind of stick around.
Yeah, I don't know how much of an actual, but they're definitely gonna be an entity, and a streamer thing, Parker is still definitely gonna be a fan. It's these are all NPCs that there are I think I spoke to Turtle about there being 28 specific NPCs, or Siegfried the Prince likes there to be around 20 permanent kindred there. So there's a large cast of characters that potentially can be there, and I think the most fun characters are things that people have spent multiple hours inputting themselves into, of course. So there's that.
So am I allowed to tell the story about Cecil and the
go
cargo?
ahead.
Okay. So an example for trying to play a moral character in a fucked up world is you can't just go around and be like, well, excuse me, sir, if you just understand, you can't do that. That's wrong. You'll get laughed out of the room. You fucking moron, you rube. So my character is trying to get on the good side of this guy, Cecil. He's dumb. He's one of the prince's goons, essentially. And he's like, hey, Adeline, you want to come help me go run an errand and we can kind of like chat and catch up? And I'm like, sure, Cecil, I'd love to do that. That sounds awesome. So we hop in his car and we drive to the docks. And he's like, all right, just give me a second. And Cecil he is a meathead. He is like, he's not a himbo. He's not pure of heart, dumb of Hass. He's just like, I've been doing this shit for a while. I'm in one humanity 5, you know, that type character. He just kind of does what he's told to and doesn't really ask too many questions. And he comes back, the cargo is 3 children in a almost lobotomized stupor. Because someone ordered some fine dining cargo, essentially. And I'm sitting in their car being like, oh no, I can't let Cecil take these 3 children to go get drank to death. That's deeply immoral. But I can't just be like, Cecil, we can't do this. That's fucking wrong. That's fucking wrong. Are you stupid? But I can't go at the angle of like, well, the prince says we can't kill anyone in the city. So like, obviously this is a bad idea because the prince probably knows the people who ordered these kids. So I stop and I'm like, they have hantavirus. Not literally, but I like, my character has dots in medicine. So I use that to lie and basically say, wait just a second, where did you pick these kids up from? Yeah, no, I did some tours studying pathology for a little while I was working on my undergrad. I absolutely recognize these symptoms. These poor kids have a really aggressive blood disease right now. And like, it's not going to hurt us vampires, but like if anyone drinks one of those kids, they're going to become a carrier for that disease. And if they start spreading it around, it's going to become a whole problem. Look, if you want another, and then Cecil's like, oh, okay, well, shit, that's spoiled goods. Here, come with me and we'll go like kill him and dump him in a ditch. And I'm like, well, hold on, Cecil. So the thing is, if I can be a little greedy, samples for this disease are exceptionally rare. Like, obviously, it's a South American, or no, like a, you know, it's like Madagascar or whatever. I just like bullshit an area where like Cecil's never been here or had to think about this area. Like, it's not very often that we like see things like this here. I would really appreciate the opportunity to be able to get some samples of their blood so I can kind of do some tests with like various antibodies and medicines, see if I can't roll something up. And then who knows? Maybe if I figure something out, we could potentially like kind of import without too much of a worry, you know? We can kind of, it's like taking prep, you know? But the thing is, I can't really do that if they die and the blood congeals and get spoiled. I need to be able to take samples. So like, if you'd just be willing to drop them off at my place, and I'll take care of it. I've got some guys. I'll take care of disposing of these kids. Don't even fucking worry about it. Okay? And I managed to pull it off. I managed to get just enough rolls, because you can lie using medicine if you're trying to make up a disease to a dumb guy. And then it's like, well, and thankfully I had a contact who I'm like, I trust you to get these kids out of here, please. And it's like, that's it. Was that
Werewolf Sugar Daddy?
Yeah, that was Werewolf Sugar Daddy. Oh my god, I hope I get to see him again. I love you, Roger Daly. I love you. He's so good.
Roger Daly is a important character.
Yeah. But anyways, so that was by far one of my favorite like roleplay moments with that character, like from any scenario I've had her for. Just
lots of lore. I definitely want to hear later some lore about Adeline and Military's game.
Yeah, the game that we were playing was San Francisco right during the outbreak of the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds very interesting.
The outbreak of AIDS and the death of disco. And that was a whole fucking thing. So Mill was playing a Ventru, like middle of the ladder mafioso. Adeline is new in town, staying with the Toreador. I forget I forget if she was a Tory or a Ventru, owner of like one of the last disco clubs in the city, and where I essentially stayed in the back and I got my blood through offering my services as a kind of bullshit hypnotherapist, where it's like, we accept blood donations as a substitute for payment in partnership with such and such hospital. And then I just... and then we had obligatory brew hobby.
I gotta say, just as my own person, I'm noticing a lot of what I would say, quote unquote, pussy ass bitch ways of acquiring blood rather than just tackling kind like the prey that they are.
Respectfully, I only have 2 points of strength and no dots in brawl. What's a poor little debutante like myself?
It's just a human.
Yap.
I'm just a little lady. I think it's much easier to get them with my wiles.
I think
and
that
charm.
also it might be hard for me to resist,
my bit.
just in terms of playing a game. Maybe dropping, if not their presence themselves, hints of my 3 vampire PCs. I think that they are quite fun and great, as Adeline's prior relationship with one of them might show.
I love you, Amari. Never change, Amari. Keep... Chat, there is a series of photos of me soy jacking in front of a Chili's.
Oh.
There are like 5 different photos of me in front of different Chili's restaurants doing a fucking soy jack at them. And that's Lauren's fault. And you don't need the context. Just know that
the gangrel have a feral, seductive nature to them.
Look, I've got Herd and it's Chili.
Can't resist.
I've got 3 dots in Herd and they're all that Chili's bathroom.
It's the Chili's. It's that poor woman and her kids in the Chili's
Her
bathroom.
3 children. I will never forget.
It was awesome.
Horrid.
My domain.
Absolutely foul.
My domain is this Chili's bathroom. All right. That being said, I need to pee, yap at the audience for like 20 seconds, and then we'll keep playing the fucking game.
Yap to the audience.
Fuck, I forgot about the Chili's.
If April's stepping away, I'm also going to step away to get some water again, because I walked away and then I didn't take my glass with me, so I didn't get more water.
I've smoked
Foolish.
like 2, how many gram? Half gram or full gram joints during this time. Hashtag we love marijuana.
How can you fucking read and also smoke? How do you do this?
I'm kind of built different, kind of
If
built.
I took a gummy, I would not be able
disabled.
to read.
Yeah, no, really, I'm truly built different, Hashtag built addicted, one could say. Chronic. on
Hashtag
that
built
chronic.
better.
My therapist, she loves me, and that's all I have to say on the matter.
And that's all that matters. And that's all I
In
need,
a Chili's
baby.
bathroom. Yeah, so my character, Amari, a gangrel from Louisiana. We played fucking New Orleans by Night. Was Adeline's first debut, I believe, if I'm not correct.
Correct.
And yeah, she ended up with a loving relationship, tentative with my character, the gangrel Amari, and it was pretty interesting because Amari basically, speaking of self-inserty type characters, was a vegan, but not in the terms of the Vampire the Masquerade vegan, in terms of drinking animals, but in terms of the human vegan, in terms of not eating animals. So just really much eating people and kind of suffering from lower humanity with like an alley cat predator type, which is kind of what I'm referring to with the wow, I can't believe there's actually still sunlight out right now. Never mind. Kind of dealing with that instance of being just more kind of brutal and evil. Just kind of like, tackling innocent people in an alley and like essentially mugging them, but also drinking their blood at the same time. But being a gangrel, I think, it's very often the theme of that clan is like, they are not under any kind of ideas of being not under the sway of an animalistic, blood-hungry beast, and I think that she really embraced that.
Dion, hilarious feeding restriction.
Yeah, I don't think she actually had the real vegan feeding restriction because of that. I think it was like feeding restriction animals.
Oh boy.
I could hear that the cats are yelling at April for being in the restroom and not letting them in. They are so funny. At least I think
So-
that's our cat.
For chat, a VTM, a Vampire the Masquerade V6 playtest recently got released. I have opinions, but we're not going to get into that right now. The thing that's very interesting to me is that they're also on their like timeline. They're lined up to do a new edition of both Mage and Changeling, which
That's
is
interesting. Yeah, why the
potentially
fuck would they not
interesting.
start with that and not stupid? No, who the fuck asked for V6? Like, please.
I would
Like,
have
do
very much.
V6 when D&D like 6th edition comes out. Like, come on. Man.
I very much would have preferred like a 5.5, like just like sort of rewrite of
Right?
some of the V5 rules,
Exactly.
but like.
Yeah. That's interesting. I appreciate the intel. I definitely like to be keeping up on the
Sorry,
meta lore, even if it's troubling.
I've been gone for so long because I've been scrolling to try to find one of the photos of me soy jacking in front of a Chili's.
That's so funny.
Honestly, I could probably
succeed?
find it in the Dav Discord. I'm now realizing. Hold on. My last shot. Is it even still there? Where the fuck is it? Oh, that's right. It's Werewolf Saint Broken now. Okay. Hold on a
My
second.
Mormon Werewolf the Wild West game.
That
That was very fun.
Okay.
Add search filter.
Yeah, I learned quite a bit. Mormonism was my special interest during that time.
I didn't realize it was Mormon.
I
It's-
love that for you.
It's interesting. It's an interesting.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Steely Quarterfish. I prefer to play Fate when it comes to actual dice rolling gameplay. What does that mean? The way I've always thought about dice rolling was how I think Jason Carl, which probably someone else said it before, of being like, if the outcome is uncertain, that's I'm like, oh, you know what? It'll be more fun to use dice for this. It's a system.
Yeah, the fate system is I'll be honest, it's not my personal favorite.
What is your personal favorite? 3,
Great question.
2, gun to your head.
Nope.
3,
Nope.
2,
You can't put
1.
me on a countdown.
0. Oh God! Gun to my head. Oh God! Please.
Oh, those are
Very
just stupid
roll-light.
photos for my
I
wedding.
mean, really, in Vampire the Masquerade, and April, I think, maybe kind of hates me for this, but I think also respects it, and I love that. They always say, like, rules smoles, And, like, I think a lot of that, at the same time, is an excuse for them having, like, shitty rules and mechanics in V5.
Yeah.
And I totally get that, but I really do subscribe to the, we're gonna tell a story, like, even if, like, it's gonna be, I want
can't
people
find it.
to, fucking feel like
honestly-
their shit is having fun.
Yeah, honestly, if I had my way, I would just play entirely systemless games. Like,
Oh. I do think that is kind of fun, but at the same time, I think it's are you an
That's-
anarchist? Are you like part of Antifa? Do we have to like report you? Are you that kind of person?
No.
April,
Mhm.
please don't tell me this stream subscribes to the transgenderism ideology.
I mean,
Is this stream woke?
Is vampire woke?
We'll never tell.
Anyway.
is it? Does it? Do we?
It's
Chat. Tell them
giving.
the truth. Speak
God.
honest.
Chat, are
Speak
you
your mind.
Chat, are you woke? Do we have to report you?
Do we have
All
to
I'm
give you-
saying is I'm
Chat.
about 2.5 pre-rolls and 2 IPAs deep, and I'm feeling awake.
Chat, do I have to
Some
give you a
might call that
melatonin?
woke.
Do you need a melatonin, chat?
I need Tylenol.
Well then, get it. Are you fucking stupid? You are the master of your own destiny, Lauren. Get a Tylenol.
Oh God.
Get
Oh
a
God.
Tylenol. Don't make me count to 13.
I'm starting to miss Callahan right about now.
Please, goddamn. Where are the eugenics?
I just want you to know I could have kept staring. I could have kept staring directly at the camera.
We get it, okay? You're different. You're different chromosomally.
Also, hi Devon. Okay. Waking up tonight feels different for 2 reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat, though. The hunger you feel is pronounced. The beast is like a black dog on the edge of your vision, following you. But what's truly remarkable is waking up to the tune of an old cell phone ringtone. An unknown number is calling the phone you got from Mia. You pick up.
Kept that old thing charged after all, huh? You alright?
No, actually, I feel like shit.
Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Torque has agreed to meet you. There's a pub in the Bronx. Solids and Stripes. Be there tonight. 2 things. No drinking on the premises. So if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And this is an exclusively no powers meeting. We'll be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening. And also, we don't trust you. So keep it casual, or you'll blow it. Anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, met Callahan yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbid me from eating Torque. I'm not sure I should be there tonight. Silence on the line.
Fuck.
More silence.
I can't promise you any protection on your way there or back. But at the pub, you'll be in Torque's domain. For all his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike Torque directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice too. And all I've got to say is, the risk is worth it. If you don't show tonight, I won't blame you. But it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. Just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith.
She ends the call. First things first, you take the subway to York Street. You take the subway to York Street Station, lock the front street, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. You've been doing this for a good few nights, getting the feel for it, and you're learning what kind of predator you are and what kind of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problems and this cloak and dagger debacle you're now a part of that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your victim, coax them, and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. It only hits you once you look at yourself in your car's rearview mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody. You're a human being. Or sorry, you hurt somebody. A human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You're a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down the spiral. Instead of clearing your mind, this clouded it further, and you're still no closer to a decision. You do intend to visit Torque tonight, but you decide to drive around a bit first. Something tells you there might be somebody tailing you. It sounds sensible to try and lose them. You spend a good 2 hours looking in your rearview mirror and driving all over the city before finally driving to the Bronx. You take some basic precautions as you enter Torque's turf. You park a few streets over from where the pub is and walk towards it while keeping an eye out for anyone suspicious. That kindred, for the most part, look no different than regular people, makes things complicated, of course. If you're being followed or watched, it's going to be hard to tell. You reach the pub, shoot a final glance around. Nobody suspicious around as far as you can tell, and open the door. The smell of cigarettes is overwhelming. The whole place has an aura about it. Constant fog hanging right under the ceiling. The lethargic fans do nothing to disperse it. The constant crackle of billiard balls, clinking of glasses tells you all you need to know about the clientele. Not a very vampiric place at all. You're wondering if you got the address right. You apparently did. Mia's here. She motioned you over to one of the few tables around.
Took you sweet time to get here. What? Got cold feet? Never mind. Anyone follow you?
Aren't you supposed to place lookouts to verify that?
We did. Got word of you coming in a few minutes ago. I'm just checking if you paid attention. Before I introduce you, there's some outstanding business to discuss. Arturo proved to be a dead end. Everybody knows the guy, but nobody knows anything concrete about him. If Bruce really told you he was Arturo's ghoul, he must have been lying out of his ass. Or else you were just spitballing, in which case, fuck you for having me investigate that creep. Come on. Torque's right there.
You walk towards one of the tables. A guy in a coat and hat leans over to take a shot. He's way ahead of his opponent, and the table's clear of his balls, save for the 8-ball in a tricky position.
Hey, they're here.
Oh, Papa.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is my guy.
Hello?
Be with you in just a moment.
Whoever wants to be Torque. Oh, well,
We
you
already
skipped his
agreed, Lauren.
dialogue, but yeah.
Sorry.
Lauren read it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you? Oh, shit. Fuck. I'm stupid right now.
He's a
You were
beautiful
lost in
man.
it.
You were
lost in it,
distracted.
Will.
I was distracted by Torque.
The hit is fast, precise, and sends the black ball exactly where its player wanted it. His opponent lets out a frustrated sigh.
That's that. I believe that's 150 American dollars, Joey. You want to pay up now or up the stakes again?
The disgruntled man accepts his defeat and pays up, then declares he's gonna grab another beer.
To the victor goes the spoils. Thank you kindly.
He turns his full attention to you. The man is good-looking, if somewhat gaunt and intense. His eyes especially seem to pierce right through you to your core, but not in an unpleasant way.
Name's Talk. I believe you're XxXBekyXxX. Sophie Langley's new plaything. Is that right?
You anarchs too? How the fuck does everybody always know that?
Word travels fast when you care to listen, fledgling. We wouldn't be talking tonight if I hadn't learned that a long time ago. Forgive my being real with you right off the bat, but I'd like to know who it is I'm dealing with. So here's something that I've been scratching my head about. If you're with Langley, and Langley's Cam through and through, I'm told, what is it you've come to accomplish here tonight?
Sophie Langley wants to meet with you. Don't ask why, she didn't tell me. She just said it has something to do with gathering allies against Boss Callahan, and I'm here to arrange that meeting.
The fuck? I knew nothing about this. See, they lied to me.
Mia's furious. She's looking at the pool cue and you as if she was figuring out the best combination for the two.
It's fine. I appreciate the honesty even if you weren't straight with my second in command. That I don't appreciate. Well, well, well. Ain't that an interesting proposition?
You can't be seriously thinking about meeting with Langley. She's hardline, Cam. It's a trap. It must be.
It just might be. It just might.
He looks at you, pierces you with his unnaturally keen eyes. He's about to say something when a door opens up in the back of the room. Mint Mod!
Please. Please.
Hey, Dork, you, got the guest. They're in the back.
Mia, won't you be a dear and keep our new friend company? I'll see you at the commotion is.
Sure thing.
Dork tips his hat to you and walks to the back, joining the man who called for him. Mia glowers at you, this time weighing one of the pool balls in her hand. She looks like she has half a mind to chuck it at your face.
You gotta be quite happy with yourself, bluffing your way in here.
I wish I did this differently, but it is what it is. Not proud of myself.
You shouldn't be. You made me look like a chump in front of Torque. Here I was, beginning to think you might make a good addition to our little family. There's a whole lot of trust you'll have to regain before that happens now.
Dork appears at the front, from a door at the back and calls across the room.
Yo, Mia, can I grab you for a second? XxXBekyXxX. Get over here too.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. You go to the back
You
room.
can
It's,
hear when you smile.
Terrible.
it's basically a storage area with a single wooden desk. It's pretty cramped, especially considering that there are 5 other people in there with you. Dork ushers you in and closes the door behind you and Mia. 2 burly dudes are holding somebody down. A familiar voice reaches your ear. Motherfuckers, you're gonna pay for this, you hear me? The boss is gonna fuck you up so bad you have no idea.
Have you had the doubtful pleasure of meeting Mr. Ceruti before? XxXBekyXxX. Ridiculous name.
Yeah, we met yesterday. You're fucked. You're so fucked you don't even know it, you stupid piece of shit. I should have ended you yesterday. The boss told you to stay away. You should have listened.
That's a story and a half, ain't it? Vince, calm down now and tell me how many of your guys are still out there on my turf,
Go fuck yourself. You're done. The boss
Fuck
will know
you.
this stupid piece of shit fledgling came here. Go, Mets. Fuck sucks. He knows we've dealt with Langley. You know what that means,
Fuck.
Dorky Poo.
No, I don't. What does that mean, Vance?
Now the boss can wipe you out. He'll just say you're sucking Langley's tits and all those buddies of yours. Go on, you're done, Torque.
Well, now, if that's the case, I guess reading NYC of your toady ass won't make things any worse, will it? Actually, there's an idea. Vince mentioned that he beat you up yesterday. Did I hear that right? XxXBekyXxX. Pah! You want to repay the favor?
No, I want no part in this.
Not a problem. If that's the case, though, you might want to go back to the main room. Mia.
My pleasure.
She starts wailing on Vince without hesitation. The burly man's frame begins to crack, and the other two guys who are holding him step away as Callahan's toady curls up on the floor. Mia kneels down and bites Vince's throat. The vampire on the floor fades with each passing moment until he barely resembles the man who beat you to a pulp yesterday.
Yeah, that's enough, Mia.
You want me to bring him outside?
No.
He takes an old pool cue and breaks it over his knee.
Take him and take him downstairs. Let's keep Callahan guessing about what happened to his favorite puppy.
Okay, so he is a vampire. I wasn't sure he was just a ghoul. Mia takes the sharp piece of wood and jams it into Vince's chest. His features grow slack, his entire body inert. He doesn't even give out a yelp. The two other anarchs take him out of the room.
As entertaining as that was, I think Vince, in his own match wisdom, shared more than Callahan would hope for. This changes things.
Oh my god, he's just Cecil.
Ever heard about Operation Lights Out, XxXBekyXxX? It was a second Inquisition effort here in NYC. A single night of raids at a magnitude never seen before or since. The Ivory Tower got away with just a few losses here and there. No major players were hit. They managed to find safe spots and stay out of the eye of the shitstorm. Us though, we got hit hard all over town. Havens were rooted out, entire coteries and safe houses gone just like that. Nobody saw it coming. I barely got out in one piece.
Mia looks at him with concern and puts a hand on his arm. He shrugs it off, gently but surely.
Others, like my child Barb or Mia's sire, extinguished. But you know who got out without a scratch? Callahan. We've thought about it for the past few years. How is it that Big B managed to excuse himself from the Staten Island Museum where we used to meet, just before vans full of guys in body armor show up? How is it that as my baby is burning up after being shot with incendiary rounds, I also see Doug Callahan running with his tail between his legs, pushing fledglings like you in the path of the Second Inquisition? We think the bastard knew what was coming, and he set us up. Not just us, some of our brothers and sisters who got hit had some of the lowest profiles in the city's lick population. The moral of the story: Callahan is an opportunistic motherfucker. And if even his thickest followers suggest he's going to sell me out, then that's what he's going to do, as sure as the sun rises.
He pauses for a moment. You see him reach a decision.
You said something about Langley having an offer for me. It might be your fault in part. I'm at this juncture. But now it's going to be as good a time as any to listen.
Sorry.
Listen to what she has to say.
I don't think that's wise, T.
Well, what would you have me do then?
You said it yourself. It's all this fledgling's fault. They brought this on us. So let's use them as a bargaining chip. Callahan wants them. Langley needs them. They're valuable.
No, you're wrong. I'm just a pawn. That's why Sophie sent me here. Plausible deniability and all that. I'm expendable. The realization that you just summarized the entirety of the last 2 weeks or so hits you hard. But if there was a moment to be honest with yourself, it's probably now.
Fuck!
The man puts his hand on Mia's shoulder. She calms down a bit.
We're afraid XxXBekyXxX. But then what else is new? It's a paradox being who we are. The hunter one night, the hunted another. Masters of the night, slaves to dawn. A duality to everything. Mia, I understand your concern. But I need you to trust me like you did before. This is my call, and my responsibility. You can give me shit about it later, like I'm sure you will.
Count on it.
He smiles, then takes on a no bullshit look and points at you.
3 conditions. First, you come pick me up, personally, and bring me to the meeting spot. Anything goes sideways, it's your ass. Second, Mia's coming with me. No 2 ways about it. 8 eyeballs in the meeting. The 2 of you, the 2 of us. Nobody else. And third, the meeting is in public. Downtown, some spot frequented by mortals. We see you take us anywhere fishy, we check out and fuck you up as a message to Langley. I count on it not coming to that though. You seem likable enough. The cam hasn't gotten its talons in you yet. Keep it up and maybe you'll come to the same conclusion we did in your own time.
I'll make sure to repeat your conditions to Sophie.
You do that. Best to be on your way. Ask for me here when you need me. The bartender knows how to get in touch. Just ask him to put the owner on the line.
Mia walks you to the door and accompanies you to your car.
Listen, about what I said before.
Yeah? What about it?
I panicked. That's all that was. It was unfair, what I said. If anything, it's my fault. I'm angry with myself. And that makes me angry with you. Forget it. See ya.
She starts walking back to the bar as you start the engine and head back to Sophie's apartment. Time to give Sophie the good news. She welcomes you as openly as ever, clearly excited to see you and for what news you might bring.
Good evening, XxXBekyXxX. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps?
Did what you asked, but I got into some serious trouble. They almost killed me.
Killed you? Who? Slow down. Tell me what happened.
Boss Callahan's goons grabbed me yesterday and forced me to meet with him. He was very clear I cannot be seen talking to Torque or he'll have me killed. Went and did it anyways.
I appreciate your dedication. I really do. I'm sorry if you got hurt. Thank you for following through.
It's the fact.
Well, let's hear it. What did Torque agree to?
You relay the Anarch leader's conditions. You want to pick him and Mia up. The meeting should only include the 4 of you, and it should be held in a public space.
Those are all fair enough. Although I do worry about that Mia character. Tell me, do you think she's trustworthy?
Well, Torque trusts her, so I think we can too.
Very well. As for the place, I wonder if they would agree to meeting in Hudson Yards. The vessel. Plenty of tourists visit that place, but if we go there after midnight...
I'm so proud that we've accidentally perfectly distributed these 4 characters amongst the 4 of us. She seems to have made up her mind.
Yes. Bring them there tomorrow night. Look for me near the top level.
You think Torque and Mia will agree to meeting in the city? It's Camarilla territory. Won't they be too cautious to come here?
They did ask me to pick the spot, did they not? It's public and in the open. They should love it.
And we already made the one asset for Hope's story, so like we can't just only use that background one time. It costs like $300 that render.
Pick them up at midnight, then drive back to Midtown. That's the plan. I'll be waiting as long as it takes. Within reason. I'm counting on you, XxXBekyXxX. The final puzzle piece is about to find its way to its destination. After that, we will all get our just reward. You, me, the Camarilla, even the Anarchs. I could kiss you.
Well, I mean, like, there's no reason you don't do it. Like, you, I mean, have you seen my haircut?
Gooner alert.
Have you seen my haircut?
Wee you. Gooning on stream.
Yes. You'd like that. You desire it. She must have caught it in your expression. She smiles.
Turtle, why are you so funny?
13!
13.
A figure of speech, darling. Or at least it is tonight. But a few nights from now, who knows? I am growing fond of you. And success whets my appetite for these kinds of things.
The sexual tension in the room becomes unbearable until it suddenly disappears. Was this another one of Sophie's tricks, or an actual spark of arousal in both of your undead bodies? You certainly feel the blood flow through you for a short moment. The warmth in your groin takes you by surprise. You didn't think you could do that anymore. Did you just imagine it?
Use the rest of the night well, XxXBekyXxX, and rest. We are but a day's sleep away from shaking the city awake.
It's time.
You could do that.
That's the end of the sentence.
That is an option. That's an option that you have.
Hold on. I have an opinion.
Yes, William.
And it's only... Ugh, I don't want to say spoilery things. But the character that's in the somebody's stalking you thing comes up.
Recently, you're feeling as if somebody keeps tailing you. Time to confirm your suspicions. Someone's following you around. Has been for a few nights, maybe longer. That can't be a good thing. The only question is what to do about it.
Mom, someone's looking at me, Mom!
Mom!
You venture out to the street with the goal of letting your stalker know that you're aware of being followed. It's time to stop this ridiculous charade. It's raining outside, and you step onto the street in front of your haven and wonder what'll happen. Whether that will help you. Will you be able to see the footprints of your stalker in the puddles on the ground? Not sure where to start, you slip a few bills to a homeless man and chat the guy up who runs the local bodega. Both of them talk your ear off about the strange characters hanging around, but none of their stories seem right to you. Walking the streets, you're convinced by turns that everyone you see is an enemy agent out to get you, and that your stalker has decided to take the night off. Frustrated after a couple of hours of useless searching, you cross the road without looking where you're going. A courier on a motorbike zooms towards you and has no time to brake or swerve as you suddenly step in front of him. For a split second, your eyes meet those of the man on the bike, and you both know you'll collide. You'll get hurt. Something hits you, pushing you forward, and you tumble flying to the sidewalk as the courier zooms past. You feel a weight on your back, catching a glimpse of something. A person. Female, you think. Then she disappears. You could spend a couple more hours trying to find the woman who's been stalking you, but in your shriveled undead heart, you know it to be futile. She's gone. Damn, that's it.
Damn.
For a second,
I forgot that
okay.
I forgot that the first encounter is that short. Fuck. Okay.
Oh God, we're illiterate. We learned nothing.
nothing at all.
We learned nothing.
So we have just hit the 3-hour mark. We did. Newman. We did also like burn half an hour talking about our own Vampire the Masquerade experiences. Are we okay going for a little longer since we have this fun, exciting scene coming up?
I'm cool with it.
I'm cool.
What's
You wake
the
up.
scene?
This is not your haven.
What the?
It's a cramped space. You try to move your arms and find that they are tied to your body. You can barely bend your legs. When you try to stretch your neck, you hit a cold ceiling. You can't quite believe it, but this is a coffin, or something close enough to it. It vibrates slightly, but you can't hear any sounds coming from outside. It's entirely dark. You kick the front of the container. The only reaction is a dull metallic sound. You try using your fists, but there's just not enough room to get a good punch in. Seems pretty hopeless. Some more tries. Nothing. This is bad. Suddenly the container is moved slightly. A moment of silence, an indistinct male voice shouting a muffled shot. Silence again. The lid comes off. What the fuck?
We're in the end game now, baby.
Oh!
Oh, sound.
You were trying to cross the border, right? Walked right into the Imperial ambush? Same as us and that asshole over there?
Come on, get up. We gotta get going.
Seeing their face is surprising, even more so in these circumstances. However, you realize the immediate danger and follow your companions out of the car and down a street in North Bronx. The van has crashed into another car. A familiar face, that of Kaiser's ghoul, Jackie, stumbles out of the wrecked sedan and slinks away into the darkness before you can call after him. The three of you jog away towards the line of trees and take shelter under some branches, just as you hear a chopper approaching. Its searchlight illuminates the wrecked van and moves towards you.
Hide, now!
You see Tamika literally go underground, melding with the earth beneath her feet as if she was being swallowed up. You look to hope, but she's not there. You haven't seen any movement, just the tree she leaned against a scant few seconds ago. You'll have to learn with just seconds to make your move before the spotlight finds you. Seeing no better option, you find the nearest bush and dive right under it. It's probably not the best or smartest thing to do, but you have to trust your gut. The illumination passes only inches away from you, but it's just a pattern of light on the ground. The trees block a good portion of it. It doesn't dwell on you. It doesn't seem like they've spotted you or any of your companions. The helicopter flies on, its searchlight frantically moving to the vicinity as your companions once again appear in your proximity. Tamika?
Muted. Close call. We have to get out of here before the SI puts boots on the ground.
The hell are you two doing here?
Hope, fill them in while we walk. Follow me.
Your life up to this point? Everything you knew? It was a highly advanced VR simulation. Welcome to the real world.
Your blank stare is what makes it crack.
No, actually, the SI First Light, in this case, I think, raided your haven and took you in. They were just transporting you out of town. Kaiser told us which route they'd take.
I'm getting like a bug on me or something. Kaiser organized this whole effort. Why would he do that?
I can't do that.
In this city,
cannot.
Kaiserino finds somebody who's about to die useful. They simply don't die on their own.
don't
I guess
have
you
a lot
keep
of
yourself
accents under my
useful, so you work to keep at it, eh?
Thank you.
Okay, our ride is here. Say low, the SI might still be around.
Kaiser's familiar car stops nearby and the back door opens. Your allies usher you inside and join you. Being inside this mobile fortress never felt like a relief. Until now.
Hey, fledgling. miss me?
God, I forgot.
Yes.
Not really, but I will say I am glad you're here.
Well, I'm not overly fond of breaking leaks out of covert SI transports, so I consider this an investment.
That was a civilian transport. No convoy, nothing. I expected more resistance.
What? You wanted more to sharpen those claws of yours on? Don't worry, that might still happen. You might even regret it. Things are afoot, as the adage goes. Anyways, listen up. Becky. You are here now only because I told your buddies that you were neck deep in shit. That van you were in, a one-way ticket to Hurtville, Pennsylvania. I broke you out as a favor. Now you owe me. Big.
Hope snorts.
What's so funny, Chester?
Hurtville, Pennsylvania.
What? You like it?
Yeah, it's literally the funniest thing I've ever heard. Is there a Usenet where you workshop these bits with other ancient demons? Can I get in?
Everyone's a critic.
Was it Sophie who asked you to help me?
Now that would have been rich. Sophie Langley stooping down to ask me for help. Oh, please, my adopted child is in danger. Save them, won't you, Kaiser, sir? Now, fledgling, she didn't come calling. If she did, I'd have her beg. I'd have her do a lap dance if the stuck-up bitch even knew what one is. And she wouldn't do that. You're worth less to her than her pride. I have a good idea of why the SI hit you. XxXBekyXxX. Not that there aren't tons of good reasons for it. It might have been one of those. One of these, for instance.
The screens in Kaiser's car flicker, and each one of them now shows a short-looped clip. It's you, getting into a fight, feeding, using one of your powers.
You haven't exactly kept a low profile, fledgling. I get it. You're new to this, so you didn't know better. Yada, yada, yada. Fact is, the SI has tons of this stuff. Security camera footage, YouTube videos posted by onlookers, social media posts from the victims. You name it. Like I said, though, I don't think any one of these did you in. Slip-ups happen. The reason I need you walking and talking. XxXBekyXxX is to test a hypothesis of mine. For that, I need you to finish what you are tasked to do. So first things first, here.
He hands you a phone. The number has already been dialed. You hear the tone. Somebody picks up.
Who is this?
It's me, Sophie.
XxXBekyXxX. Are you okay?
They're fine and dandy.
Kaiser, what are you doing on this line?
What do you think? It's my phone and your protege is using, so keep it snappy. Operating a secure network ain't cheap. Come on, XxXBekyXxX. Spit it out.
Tamika and Hope saved me from the Second Inquisition, Sophie. Only got out because of them. Your companions look at one another knowingly.
SI. That's what I feared. Listen, the plan, we need to do it. Tonight. But if the Inquisition is involved and you broke out, they'll be looking for you. So we can't meet in public. I have a place in mind, but Kaiser, are you still listening?
Would I tell you if I wasn't?
XxXBekyXxX. Call this number from where you visited before last we spoke. I'll come pick you up.
She hangs up.
And that's that.
What is it that you've gotten yourself into?
No need to answer that riddle. I think I've almost arrived at the answer.
Sorry to spoil the fun, but I'll answer that particular riddle momentarily. Don't worry, doll, I can throw a few other ones your way after our mutual acquaintance continues with their night. If my intel is worth a damn, your next stop, XxXBekyXxX, is right about here.
The car comes to a stop and the door opens. Outside you see the street leading to Solids and Stripes, Torque's pool pub.
Well, you need me to kick you out?
What about the Mika and Help?
What about them? They're staying right where they are, and we're gonna have a little chat. After we're done, I'm sure they'll find their way back to their havens just fine. The clock is ticking. I think I know what Sophie wants to do tonight, and if I'm right, that's the last chance you've got. If you want to say bye to your buddies before you go, that's fine by me. But that schedule of yours is pretty hectic, so you better do it now and scram.
Wow.
You thank both your companions for their assistance. Without them, you wouldn't be here now. Kaiser makes a gagging gesture and urges you to step out of the car.
Choosing to believe that Kaiser just has a normal voice and he's been doing that for fun.
Oh my god.
It adds to the mystique.
I hope you know that the back of my throat feels like hot boiling water. You turn around and make your way to the bar. The door closes behind you and Kaiser's limo starts to move again. You hope your companions won't have to pay too high of a price for helping you. The Solids and Stripes is pretty much abandoned tonight, with only the bartender and one bleary-eyed local watching an old Bogart movie on the bar screen. You ask to use the phone and call Sophie first.
Yes.
I'm here. What's the plan?
We're on our way. Notify Torque if he's not there. We need to talk as soon as possible and move quickly.
She hangs up. You tell the bartender to notify Torque, just like the Anarch leader mentioned you should. The man makes a short call. You only hear somebody pick up, but no words exchange.
The owner's right on his way right now. Can I get you anything while you're waiting?
Actually, you serve the, special stuff? The bartender raises an eyebrow.
The special reserve, you mean? Sorry, I can only serve that to a narrow selection of the owner's friends.
Well, I am one of his friends.
Nah, it's a list and you're not on it. I know, because it hasn't changed for a while now. Sorry, everything else at the bar is up for grabs, though. Sure you don't want something?
You shake your head. Torque comes in about some 10 minutes later without Mia. He tips his hat to you, puts a hand on the bleary-eyed patron's shoulder and says something to him under his breath. They both laugh.
Marty, how's the night going?
Quiet, sir.
Just how you like it, huh? Well, XxXBekyXxX. I believe you wanted me here for a reason. Let's hear it.
You're about to tell him what brought you here when the doors to the bar open and Sophie walks in, all splendor and charisma. The patron's eyes are now glued to her, and so are the bartenders. Torque isn't happy with the sight.
Well, this isn't what we agreed on, XxXBekyXxX. Care to explain?
Things got complicated. We had to improvise.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I believe XxXBekyXxX already told you why I'm here.
Not in any detail, and the circumstances of our meeting were supposed to be different. So, Miss Langley, tell me why I shouldn't ask you to leave and kick out your protege while I'm at it.
You will like what I have to say.
Yeah, I've heard that line 100 times, but 99 of those ended with somebody getting hurt, and that's not something I'm in the mood for tonight.
We are wasting time. There is a unique opportunity we should take advantage of, and we only have an hour or so to discuss it before it will be time to act. My driver is waiting outside.
Wait a goddamn minute. First of all, I'm not going anywhere without Mia. That was the deal. Second, it's XxXBekyXxX who was supposed to do the driving, not your servant.
So, my current guess, Langley's the one who sold us out. Specifically to set up the circumstances with which we could change the situation so that all of a sudden it's now in her favor. Is that fucking Kirk and Spock on the back TV? No, that's a woman.
Excuse me. 1 second.
Okay.
Live.
Dying, don't mind me. Both serve me, so really it's of little difference. The circumstances changed and we had to adapt. Don't be stubborn. Foolishness does not suit you. I have a secure spot in mind where we can talk.
I'll stop you right there.
Torque is seething, but he's keeping a lid on the anger. His voice barely changes.
My conditions were clear. The way I hear it, you want to break each one of them. I see no reason at all to agree to any of this. I believe I will be staying put tonight. You have places to be, yes?
Torque, you're throwing away the only chance you have at challenging Callahan. Don't be a fool.
The lid comes off.
Call me a fool one more time, woman. And that's not the only thing I'm going to be throwing.
Fuck it, we're gonna die tonight anyways. You're both acting like children. You need to put your differences aside and see the other's point of view. Both Sophie and
Ventress
Torque
scum.
glare at you. No powers, just their personas are enough to make you feel like you prefer to be anywhere else but here.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
There's only one child here. XxXBekyXxX.
You're the patron, Langley. What does that tell us?
What are you implying, you insolent?
Shots break the front windows and a flashbang goes off in the room, changing the bar into a space of white light and ringing noise. You feel somebody tugging at your back and you are thrown behind the bar. More shots ring out, bottles break, the TV shatters into pieces and the wooden bar splinters. Your sight comes back, but you think you've gone deaf because suddenly the room is silent. You see Torque beside you and Marty, the bartender, bleeding out on the floor. You look over the bar. Sophie is standing there, her dress partially tattered, a visible hole in her leg. She is like the heart of a supernova, entrancing, unavoidable, beautiful and terrifying. In front of her are 8 operatives looking like a private military force, just standing there, paralyzed by Sophie's magnificence.
Torque, you still there?
Yeah.
Would you kindly show your guests some hospitality?
Sure thing.
The Anarch is gone in the blink of an eye, and he reappears next to one of the soldiers. The armored-clad operative's head disappears in a puff of blood and bone. The same thing happens to the second, the third. You hear the radios go off in the others, and the other soldiers' shoulders. You hear the radios go off on the other soldiers' shoulders, a panicked voice pleading them to wake up. The fourth head pops, the fifth. They finally realize what's happening, but it's too late. The 6th man's beheaded by what you see is just Torque's bare-fisted punch. Torque stops by the seventh man, rips something off his neck and bites down. Sophie walks over to the last man and has him kneel in front of her before biting as well. On your right, a man in full body armor emerges from the back door raising his assault rifle. Will?
What the fuck?
It's not smart, but it's what your instincts tell you to do. You jump in front of the soldier just as he pulls the trigger. Bullets sink into your body, ripping and tearing your flesh, each projectile a micro bomb exploding inside you. A combat knife crashes through the soldier's visor and into his skull. You turn around, Torque is grinning. He mouths something under his breath.
Langley,
Sophie wipes her mouth of blood and looks at him.
that meeting's still an item.
Yes.
They need to fuck nasty.
I'll take it.
Splendid.
Torque walks behind the bar and checks in the bartender. You see the Anarch open his own wrist and feed blood to the wounded man.
Drink up, Marty. It'll make you feel better. Get the hell out of here and wait for Mia. She's coming and she'll know what to do.
Torque.
Yeah, coming. Take the back door. XxXBekyXxX. Come on.
You slink back into the alley behind the bar, leaving 10 bodies and one grievously wounded ghoul behind. Nobody stops you from circling around the block and finding your way to Sophie's car. Gregory drives away casually, as if this was just another late-night drive and not the crowning of a desperate, complicated evening. Sophie brings you all to a luxurious apartment in Manhattan's Upper West Side. The way she explains it, the vampire who owned it left the city a few years ago and gave away the spare keys to a few trusted compatriots. It's been used sporadically since.
Fancy.
You like it? It always felt too modern for my tastes. But what's important is that it's secure.
As long as nobody followed your car here, or the fledgling. Trouble follows this one wherever they go.
Even if that's the case, we have very little time to conduct our business here anyway. And we'll be leaving soon, I hope. So let's begin.
You look at Sophie excitedly. Finally, you'll learn what it is you've been working towards for more than a week, and what it is that Kaiser wanted you to participate in.
I have it on good authority that Boss Callahan is bloodbound to Prince Panhard.
Torque sucks in air loudly.
That's an accusation and a half there, Langley. Got proof?
No, but we're just a boat ride away from getting it.
What is that supposed to mean?
XxXBekyXxX. The address that I procured from Kaiser was the meeting spot for Panhard's and the Baron's regular sharing of blood and other bodily fluids.
Gross.
If the rumors are true.
Wait, Kaiser knew about this?
Is there anything that insufferable clump of dead skin doesn't know in this city? He knows things, but only shares them if you pay. Neither the Prince nor Callahan can touch him. He's too useful.
Kaiser said something about having plans for me, that he wanted to make he wanted me to make this meeting happen. That can't be good, right?
That is an interesting point. I think Kaiser might be as interested in shaking up the status quo as we are. A chaotic landscape makes for a great market for him, unlike a static one.
I don't like playing into that creep's hands, but at least now I know that I'm doing it. The devil you know and all that. What was the address he gave you?
They meet regularly on Ellis Island. In fact, their next scheduled meeting starts in just around half an hour.
Hot damn. I'm guessing you want to crash that meeting. Why?
So you can see the proof for yourself. So that I can make sure too. And so that I have an extra pair of eyes for Panhard to consider when I present to her my ultimatum. The prince must abandon her seat and leave New York City. She can go wherever she pleases, but if she stays, the entire court will know, and the next prince might not look favorably on her past. Dealing with anarchs, especially so closely, is a punishable offense in the Camarilla, as I'm sure you've heard.
So I did.
Torque strokes his beard and looks intently at Sophie.
What exactly are you trying to accomplish here? You remove Penhard, and I even remove Callahan. And what?
Torque, did you ever wonder why Callahan is keeping you in check? Because I wondered why the prince condemns anarchs during her visits to Elysium, but doesn't allow the Ivory Tower to challenge you. She, or they, have engineered the status quo not for the good of their sects, but for private gain. They keep us all in line because it lets them hold on to power that much longer.
And your goal is what? Make this Cold War turn hot? Not a great plan. You commies will get your butts kicked out of New York City in no time.
If you anarchs manage to organize, which I doubt you will. At any rate, it's a risk I am willing to take. I don't stand alone in this. This entire operation has been years in the making. Torque, I am offering you a chance to square things with Callahan and level the playing field. If we get rid of these two, we could start on equal footing at the next stage of this danse macabre.
Sophie, why am I here? I understand you need me to set this meeting up, but why am I listening to all this?
It's a precaution. In a way, it's a shame this Mia you told me about did not make it in time to listen to this too.
I can still call her, but it'll probably be an hour before she gets here. Late bitch.
We can't wait that long. You will have to suffice, XxXBekyXxX. I am risking the prince's, or even Callahan's wrath. While I don't think they would dare to lay a finger on me, another set of eyes to watch over the meeting can't hurt. And I did promise I would explain everything in time, didn't I?
You know, after all those years spent in Callahan's shadow and taking part in all the kindred dick measuring contests, I should expect a ruse, some ploy to kill me in an out-of-the-way place. That's our inherent paranoia talking. My gut tells me it's time to get this show started. I do hope you have a boat nearby, Langley.
Sophie smiles mischievously.
Of course I do. It's waiting for us by the pier.
Lead the way then. Moonlight's burning.
The three of you leave the apartment and walk towards the pier. Nobody seems to be following you. You get on a small patrol boat and double time it through the Hudson's cold, dark waters. Out of all the places in New York City where the Prince and the Baron could meet, and it's Ellis Island. A landmark with a dark past, a museum on one hand, a dilapidated piece of history on the other. You leave the boat and make your way to the southern part of the island, paying no heed to the renovated tourist attractions on the northern side. You expected some resistance, a night guard helicopter flying overhead, or maybe an NYPD patrol boat. Nothing. The island seems completely deserted. It's clear that this sets Sophie on edge. She's moving as quietly and subtly as ever, but you can see that she's eager to reach this particular house, her intel pointed out. Torque is following suit, grimly determined, flashing his piercing gaze all over, still clearly uncertain that this isn't some kind of a con. Finally, you see it. Light coming in from a window in one of the buildings at the edge of the island. The three of you slowly creep closer to the building and take a look inside the window. There it is. Callahan, kneeling in front of the prince, suckling on Panhard's wrist, both fully clothed, a small blessing. Torque makes his move, and before Sophie can stop him, he busts through the building's doors. It all happens very quickly. Torque grabs Callahan by the shoulders and throws him through the still open door. Callahan hits the ground hard, and Torque appears on top of him and starts punching.
You fucker! You piece of shit! Stop!
The prince's voice takes hold for just long enough to make Torque relent, which the Baron uses to the fullest. He shoves Torque off himself and tries to bite down.
Prince, call off your lapdog.
Langley, what is the meaning of this?
The two anarchs break apart, both wounded, but neither is quite done yet. They look at one another with pure hatred.
Hell the bitch, Helen. Believe the fledgling to me. Right after I deal with this shit stain, I'm gonna...
A shrill, unpleasant laugh fills the air. You know who it belongs to.
Lauren.
God.
Everyone is Lauren.
So
Lauren, this is just practice. This is just practice to be able to pivot
God.
between multiple
Oh God.
NPCs in a row.
Okay. Locking in. So entertaining. Truly, it feels almost a shame to break up this spectacle, but alas.
Thomas?
Who the fuck is this joker? Ah, yes. I don't think we met, though I did hear a lot about you, Mr. Torque. My name is Thomas Arturo, and I...
Callahan uses the moment of uncertainty to strike. He's still too slow for Torque, who throws the boss onto the lawn where the two exchange blows once again.
Helene, if you'd be so kind as to ask your friend to not hurt our guests too much. Callahan, don't kill him.
This time, Callahan comes out on top and grabs Torque in an iron hold. The companion struggles, but he can't quite break away.
I will not be denied, Helen. Not this time.
You will do as I command. And she will do as I command her, Douglas, old boy.
We've got a 3-chain
What?
blood bond?
Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, I feel like I need to break up this little spectacle. It's been going on for much too long.
Turtle, I hope you understand. This is the kind of shit you have to prepare your brain for.
Yeah.
You think you're so smart, Langley. You and your clique. Figured out that there was something fishy going on all your own, but you were always working with just a piece of the puzzle. Wasn't she? XxXBekyXxX.
Sophie looks to you, shocked and disappointed. What are you?
What I'm talking about, you ask? You fledgling! You don't know. How could you? Only I knew! And your sire, of course, they're the one who agreed to embrace you after some negotiations.
So I think we found Mr. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
And also the reason why I specifically said Lauren should play Thomas Arturo.
You
Oh my God.
sneaky little sneak. You hear a
You
scream
son of
and
a gun!
You hear a scream and a curse. It's Callahan, whose arm has nearly been ripped off his body. Torque breaks out of the Baron's grasp, but doesn't continue the attack. Instead, he's at the edge of the water, in the blink of an eye, and disappears into the Hudson. Only trace of him is his fedora.
Another actor going off script at the very end, eh? No matter, let him bring us some amusement now that the production is almost wrapped up. He'll reach his allies. He'll tell everyone of this. Helene, even if we naively assume his nights are numbered now that he's in SI's sights, this show must go on one way or another. Won't hurt to encourage leaks and speculation.
Sophie looks at you.
Could you, XxXBekyXxX? I saved you.
Arturo suddenly appears next to her and slaps her in the face.
Langley. What happened to your self-esteem? You can't really think a simple neonate has outplayed you. Or maybe this oblivious act is your way of groveling for mercy.
Thomas, what?
You thought that being an expert chess player would always be enough. President of the chess club, who's laughing now? You never realized the people at the top simply flip the chessboard over and punch you in the face whenever they don't like how the fucking game is going.
He motions to the remaining kindred.
But the thing is, you weren't even adept at playing the game you knew. XxXBekyXxX. Just another pawn placed on the board by my associate. You thought they were your piece since you took them in. But who gave you that idea?
You return to the night where you were judged by Prince Panhard, the woman in red, Sophie, somebody speaking to her, a man in glasses, the man standing before you now.
This is cruel. We know what's going to happen. If only somebody would speak up for the poor child. They could be a useful tool for the Camarilla.
Terror creeps onto Sophie's face.
Of course, those are not the words you heard, were they? No, you were already grasping for some opportunity to further your scheme. I put the bait out and you took it. Hook, line, and sinker! After that, it was only a matter of time before you started using XxXBekyXxX as your errand girl. No one is quite as easy to track and monitor as a naive fledgling who's just learning the ropes.
What is it that you want, Thomas?
What do I want? Oh boy, the answer is so simple but so hard to put into words. Unstable stability. Cutting edge tales of thrills and intrigue that push you to the limit, and then return you to the tried and tested status quo. Gently, infallibly. Sativa. A system full of distractingly moving parts, which stimulates conflicts so convincingly that its users never feel a need to direct their energy towards upsetting the system. Achieving the Eterna through the disposable, building a city that's like a ship of Theseus, constantly changing its parts yet always maintaining the same purpose, serving the same goal at all times. A large-scale infrastructure that has something like an exhaust system for the spirit, something that disperses toxicity around instead of concentrating it in a single place.
None of what you're saying makes the slightest bit of sense.
Arturo was momentarily stopped in his tracks. He stares into the sky for a few seconds before a sad grin appears on his face.
Don't come to school tomorrow. Spoken like someone who's never really had what it takes to make it in the big leagues.
With a theatrical snap of fingers, he gives the last sentence a sense of finality. Something's changed in the air. You could swear you saw a shadow move behind Sophie.
Goodbye, Sophie!
A disheveled woman with what looks to be garden shears appears behind Sophie. Stop! You hear the shears snip. Sophie's red hair conceals her face as her head falls, separated from her shoulders. Silence. Arturo's unpleasant laughter erupts right next to you.
XxXBekyXxX! Your career is moving at a breakneck pace. Moving up and up and up. Let me congratulate you on your promotion.
What the fuck do you want from me?
What's the rush? I was about to get to that. Eileen, feel free to leave us and take the Baron. with you. Thomas, I don't think you should. You're just being jealous. Adelaide, escort the prince and dear old Douglas, please.
Mia?
Anyway, this was your
Oh,
stalker.
so this would have been our stalker.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Will, you haven't gotten to yapping him. Well, actually, no, because Sophie's dead, so Mitmod.
no.
Sure thing, darling.
You're left alone next to Sophie's body. You try not to look, but it's hard to ignore her lithe frame decomposing in front of your eyes.
Congratulations, you run this little game. You set out on a suicide mission and successfully brought down the power-hungry wannabe tyrant, even if it probably wasn't the way you imagined it. Now you're free to enjoy paradise again. Life after death, immortality, eternal youth. What they don't tell you is, of course, living in paradise is inherently sinful when not everyone can partake. But you have to learn how to live with sin, don't you?
He takes a melancholic look at the city skyline surrounding him, the Statue of Liberty and the lights of Manhattan shimmering in the distance.
You know, New York taught me to believe in fate. My own life began right here, and it began with utter despair. My first instinct was to drown myself in books and keep reading and reading until literature gave me the piece of wisdom I needed to go on. Personally, I find reading a silly hobby in retrospect. I always had this minuscule hope that the next sentence I'd read could finally bring me salvation, but it never did. It only gave me fuel for this elevated, righteous, intellectual suffering. But the more I read, the easier it was for me to boil every paragraph down to a power relationship. The characters' influence over each other, the writer trying to impress the reader, etc.
Oh, he's a pervert.
Obviously.
She's a pervert.
The strings everyone pulls started to look like strands that weave into the fabric of fate. And once I saw its beauty, I got teary-eyed. My architect instincts kicked into overdrive. I didn't have to submit to fate. All I had to do was cooperate with it and wait for my time to shine, give it my input wherever it needed until it trusted me to do more.
Thomas steps over what's left of Sophie, wiping his glasses with an elegant cloth from his pocket.
And it did. Fate lets me look after this city. With my architect's tools, I started quietly shaping the streets and corridors, while Kaiser and his ilk shaped the information flow. And among many tools this process gave me, one of them was a way to reliably come up with useful agents like you. The methods I used were crude at times, but the route was there. All you had to do was follow it. Some people write rule book passages. The others plan city arteries. In the end, the effect is the same. Someone always follows.
He puts on the glasses and gives you a long, hard look.
You know, I have grown fond of you. You did so well. Even when that idiot Callahan tipped the Inquisition off, you still got out. I like that kind of resourcefulness. I could use that kind of resourcefulness.
He uncovers his wrist.
So, take my blood. Just enough so we can start off on the right foot as a sign of good faith. A sign that you're ready to play in the big leagues. Ready to behold the sights I've prepared for you. What do you say, XxXBeky? XxX. Oh!
Whoa.
Boom.
Hi! Kane!
Whoa.
Oh, it's over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that where?
Wow.
Great. That was awesome.
I forgot we were that close.
That was way better.
well,
And
than
then
I
you
was
and then you
expecting.
woke up in a coffin, and I was like, oh shit, it's the end game.
Damn, D'Angelo, you.
Wow.
Because hold on. Okay, damned if you do. Rage against your fate and complete the game with any character. Golly, we're missing a lot of something. So there's.
Well, now you get to just play it on your own time.
There's the
So-
Now we can just load this thing on the laptop and
It's-
play it downstairs and have fun.
Yeah, your call if we ever want to do the Agathon quest line, because so canonically, technically, as per dialogue from Shadows of New York, the player character unnamed has a relationship with all four of the Coterie characters from this game.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one you didn't do was Agathon. So your call if we ever want to do that. But yeah.
Like, are there different endings?
Not really. It's one of those fun things. It's sort of an hourglass shaped, not hourglass. What am I thinking of? Sort of a vase shaped game where it starts off with the beginning, which is the same pretty much every time,
Yeah.
and then you get to pick a whole bunch of paths, and then it all converges in the same thing at the end.
Got it.
Uh,
We didn't even get to save Raoul.
It's
You
so-
didn't get to save Raoul because technically Raoul's dead. Don't worry about it.
No!
Yeah.
I'll scream again.
Well, I'm definitely glad I decided, hey, let's do this last bit, because that
Let's
would
go
be
long. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be really
Yeah.
fucking weird. If we were like, well, all right, time to do the next stream. We got 40 minutes. It's like, well, sorry guys. So, I guess I have a bit of a question, because
Yeah.
when I went to go pick up this silly little game, Vampire the Masquerade: Coteries of New York, running, it was being sold with its two sister games, its younger sisters, Reckoning of New York and Shadows of New York, and they were being sold in a bundle and on discount with the Steam Summer Sale, which means, well, all for one, one for all. I did happen to purchase all three of them. I am curious, Lauren, William, maybe even my
Yeah.
wife.
No, I'm in it now.
Is there perhaps any interest in continuing with the next game?
Yes,
next
yes,
Thursday
yes,
or next
yes,
Saturday.
Yeah,
Yes,
it sounds
yes,
like
yes,
it
yes.
sounds like William next Saturday.
So I meant to say Sunday. I just misspoke.
Sunday.
Twice.
That's okay. Yes, yeah. I think William
I-
already called dibs on this next game. And
I
I'm
have
so
such-
fine to respect this.
and it's only because I have such strong opinions about Shadows.
I think it's gonna be great.
So,
with someone
is it
with strong
Shadow-
opinions.
Is Shadows or Reckoning the next one?
Shadows is the next one. Shadows is the next one.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. So the achievement we got for beating the game was called Damned If You Do. Damned If You Don't it just says accept your fate in Elysium, which I assume means you get killed in the prologue.
Yes.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
Yes.
That is.
Oh, interesting. Failed to recruit someone into your coterie, so I guess you can fuck up during the final mission.
Well, they give
I-
you so many side things. Between like Benoit
Yeah,
and the stalker
so
and the reporter.
I think we avoided that. I think we avoided that achievement purely because we never started Agathon. If we had started the first mission of Agathon and then the end game had started, you would have gotten that because we would have been partway through his quest line and hadn't completed it.
Mm.
This is why this personally is why I think this is my least favorite of these 3 games, because shit like that can happen. The first time I played this game, I did like all of the like little minor side quests because I thought there was time for that. So I did like the reporter, and I did the stalker, and I did Benoit. And as a result, I was only able to I completed the entirety of Agathon and only like 3 of Hope's missions. And that was all I was able to do.
I'm just... why did D'Angelo not show
in
up?
my first playthrough? The first 2 members of the Coterie that you interact with and that you complete the most of their quest lines are always the 2 that pop up to assist you against the Second Inquisition. It's always only 2 of them, though.
Okay, so you never encountered the second 2?
Yeah, so it depends on who you go to first and how much of their quest line you've finished. So because you completed Tamika and Hope before we completed D'Angelo, Tamika and Hope were the 2 that showed up.
Well, honestly, I'm glad we got to see Hope for the one last bit. She was great.
Yeah.
I really hope... I doubt it, but it'd be so cool if they had a little save import for the next game. So that way, whenever they make reference to the events of Coteries...
They refer to it as XxXBekyXxX.
XxXX, yeah.
I think they get around that by specifically referring to the player character from Coteries as
the fledgling or something.
Is like Langley's fledgling
plaything.
or whatever. Yeah.
Well, friends, believe it or not, I don't think this is going to be the end of the Vampire the Masquerade content you see here on the Mayflowers 14 Twitch channel. Not only have we finished this fun little game right here, I've got some stuff. I've got some stuff simmering on the back boiler. So, that's for the future. This is for now. Folks, I would like to thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, I have been April. She has been May. They have been William, Loran,
Wow.
Ileane, Mayonnaise,
Terrible.
No,
and this has been XxXBekyXxX, the vampire girl boss of New York City, signing out from the second bedroom of my apartment. Have a good night, kids. Kisses.
Wow.
End stream.
Wow.